could give us some answers.
He struck him out! Clear the deck! Cannonball coming!
Here in Pittsburgh, the Cardinals are coming to town, and tonight a 3-game weekend series beginning here at PNC Park. And the last series went great for the Pirates. They took 2 out of 3 from Detroit. And in the finale, Corey Dickerson with the game-winning home run. He in the bottom of the 9th inning, a 1-0 Pirate victory. Dickerson helping the Pirates to that series win, and now a chance to build a winning streak as the Cardinals are here to begin this 3-game set. And welcome into the booth, Joe Block and Steve Blass with you here tonight as Corey Dickerson showing that he can really swing the bat. Great to see him as a great new addition to the Pirates.
And that was really frosting on the cake because Nova had really baked a nice cake, but to top it off like that after all the drama in the top of the 9th, Dickerson just came through, and what a great finish. And not only a finish, but he has been very good all season. Take a look at the batting average. It is ranked. He hits the ball hard, he swings often, and he knocks in runners that are on the base path. So that is a pretty complete package, and we continue to wonder why they let him go in spring training, and the Pirates are fortunate enough to get him. But we are happy we have him, and he's done a terrific job.
Our Barrel Automotive League leaders, and for the pitching side of the ball here tonight, Stephen Brault will get the nod, and really building off of a strong start his last time around. We'll see if he can duplicate it here today.
Yeah, and the Phillies aren't your uncle's old Phillies that were rollovers. They got a very good ball club, and he held them to just 2 singles. So you hope that he can build on that. He got off to a great start, a couple quick wins, and if he can get that breaking ball consistently, whether it's the curveball or the slider, that could be a very big weapon. So we'll watch him early with a breaking ball tonight.
Yeah, and he's had some good numbers against the Cardinals in a brief time throughout his career. And St. Louis, first look at them here this evening. Pirates and the Cards coming up from PNC Park right after this here on AT&T Sportsnet. Friday Night Rocks on AT&T Sportsnet is presented by Iron City Beer. Pittsburgh is built with iron. And here tonight, after this Friday Night Rocks, we're going to hopefully have another win, maybe build a winning streak for the Pirates, and a wonderful commemoration of 100 years of the life of Phil Coyne, the usher of the Pirates for 82 seasons, just retired, and 179 of his family and friends are here tonight. And we're all here to be a part of this.
Yep, I would like to be in section 26 right now. Phil Coyne, that section is commemorated in his name and his honor. And what a great ceremony. And that's a feel-good thing. Everybody's so happy that this man has not only reached this milestone, but all the journeys and travels along the way acknowledged, commemorated tonight, and just extremely well done. I'm very proud of the Pirate organization for doing a terrific job on Phil Coyne night here at PNC Park. Just really neat stuff. And we'll hope we can build on that with Mr. Brault.
And we'll tell you more about Phil Coyne's night as we move along here this evening. As Tommy Pham stands in. National League leading .368 batting average. This Cardinals outfit has scored some runs. They pitched well here early. Yeah, they're tied in first entering the day today in the division.
Yeah, and they have been very, very good away from Busch Stadium. 8-4, 7-5 at home. Stephen Brault making start number 5. First win of the year came in relief in Detroit. Pitched very well against the Phillies last time out after a couple rough starts. So he's had 4 starts. 2 of them have been quite good, a couple in the middle, but the last one is the one we're going to hope that he can build on, and we'll see what he can do against a very good team. However, we do like, not however, but in addition to that, we like the fact he's left-handed, and Matt Carpenter is not in the lineup because of that reason.
So Pham leads it off instead, and he's the first out. So with Pham retired and Mike Matheny putting together his 9 for this evening, he's got Dexter Fowler behind him, and then Jose Martinez batting third. Marcell Ozuna came over from the Marlins, cleaning up Yadier Molina. Then Paul DeJong, last year's Rookie of the Year runner-up, 6-game hitting streak. Jerko Wong and Michaelis, the bottom third of the Cardinals order here on this gorgeous night.
What? Gorgeous night? We're not used to saying that.
66 at game time. And just very pleasant as we move along into spring. Dexter Fowler's bat still dormant, however. Just 188.
So Brault trying to go in, then out. Successfully in, missing outside. Brault has had limited activity against the Cardinals, 8 total innings, giving up 3 runs. Made his debut against the Redbirds as he misses with that pitch back in 2016. In the middle of July, early July, made his major league debut and pitched very well that night. One thing you hope for Stephen Brault is you want to tighten up the control a little bit. He's issued a few more walks than you'd like to see in his early work, and again, we're going to look for him to try to get past that 5th inning into the 6th, maybe beyond the 6th inning. As he manages to extend the at bat.
Payoff coming to Fowler.
Yes.
Good pitch.
Everybody knew it, including Mr. Fowler. Comes back from a 3-1 count to get this fastball in the zone and really nicely located down in on the corner, and the call 3rd strike.
Phil Coyne turned 86 the day I was born. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Why?
I just thought I'd say it.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, well, a couple months late.
That's all right.
But hey, better late than never.
Early for next year.
Thank you. I'd like to have the bases clear for Jose Martinez. He's a late comer. Our featured band tonight on Friday Night Rocks, and making his debut in his late 20s. And really has come on the scene. Brault doesn't get that call. Mike Matheny nearing his 1,000th game managing the Cardinals.
Very successful tenure at the helm of the Redbirds.
Used
Very
to be,
successful.
yeah, he used to be Yadier Molina's backup catcher. That's how long he's been around and how long Molina's been around. Jose Oquendo back as the third base coach. That's great to see too.
Yep, secret weapon they used to call him.
Saw him this morning checking in for work at about 10:30 today. His coaches never get enough credit.
Were you here at 10:30 this morning?
Yeah, I brought my family here today.
Okay.
It was a day late.
Breaking ball. A little bit of speed off it and a big wild early unsuccessful swing. Come back with a breaking ball, seeing that one went well. No. Nice start for Stephen Brault.
So Brault a 1-2-3 inning, and now the Bucks bats ready to get going. Fun night at the ballpark. Let's take a look at the round 4 lineup for Clint Hurdle's Buccos. Adam Frazier back atop the order with Polanco 2, Marte 3. Pretty much the same order we've seen all season with Bell, Dickerson, and then Cervelli, Moran, Mercer, and the pitcher tonight, Stephen Brault. Not a bad hitter himself.
And they will be teeing it up against the right-hander Miles Michaelis. Last 3 years in Japan, compiling a very impressive record, but he's back now and off to a great start. 3-0, 3.46 ERA. 29-year-old out of Jupiter, Florida.
Been a long time since we've gotten a look at Mr. Michaelis,
who for a half an hour was property of the Pittsburgh Pirates. When we got Jeff Decker from the San Diego Padres. Michaelis was part of that deal, but never did play for the Pirates.
Frazier, a couple of hits in his final 2 trips as the leadoff man yesterday. And a weak tapper for the first out. And the Honda defense behind Michaelis tonight for the Cardinals. Ozuna, Pham, and Fowler from left to right of the outfield. Jerko, DeYoung, Wong, and Martinez. With the veteran Yadier Molina back behind the plate. Still has not thrown out a base runner trying to steal this year, but the caveat is only 4 have tried. He's still got a good arm.
He's going to play forever, I believe. He has been good for a long time. That's
gold upon gold upon gold.
That's a real Gold Glove right there. He's got a couple backups, few backups for that Gold Glove.
He doesn't win it just on reputation.
And by the way, when we talk about Michaelis, 4 starts, 2 free passes. So we love the control of Ivan Nova. This guy has been a little bit better than that, although Nova has gone the last 4 starts without walking a batter.
There's Michaelis. Little breaking ball there. Going over to Japan, and you mentioned that, Steve. A lot of times guys will come back with a split fingered pitch, but Michaelis pretty much the same repertoire. He's learned how to pitch over there.
Well, who knows how it comes about. Sometimes you just figure it out, but you got to believe that the great control is part of it. Got to throw the ball over the plate, and who knows when it can break open. We've seen guys have it come late in the career. Here you got the prime example of that.
Strikeout to walk ratio, and it just gives you an idea of, all right, do I have the good stuff to get those strikeouts, but yet the command to not walk the house? Sometimes young pitchers do both, and Michaelis was part of that group early on in his career.
Well, they say, the Cardinal people say coming in today, that he can still get it in the upper 90s, so he's got that in his back pocket. But it's not just control. It's not just throwing strikes. It's throwing quality strike after quality strike, not staying in that hitting zone, throwing strikes that aren't really hittable or really hard to hit hard.
And you compare that to, say, Stephen Brault, right, who's still at the very outset of his career. We saw him deliver that nice pitch, a fastball to strike out Fowler, and you know, as he matures, will his command improve?
Well, Molina wanted it outside. He got it right where he wanted it, and a routine 1-3 and very quick bottom of the first.
Bordas, fighting for justice. And by Day Automotive, we're gonna make your day. Let's go Bucks!
It's a Friday Night Rocks here on the banks of the Allegheny. No score through an inning. Very glad you're with us as the Pirates begin. Always against the rivals, a big series against the Cardinals. Marcell Ozuna on the first pitch. He is an out.
Well, tidy start pitching wise for this ball game.
I'm building off that strong outing last time around, like you pointed out, Steve. Just 2 singles given up. Pitched into the 6th against Philadelphia. This Cardinals team, like the Pirates, in the top 10 out of the 30 teams in baseball in scoring runs per game on the outset of this season. So not going to be easy to pitch against them. No Carpenter tonight. He has not hit lefties well this year, just 2 for 17.
I think that's a big item. He has been a guy who has punished the Pirates over the years. He is a quality player. He's been a great professional, and it's just fine that he is not in the starting lineup. So that's a little plus for Stephen Brault, and whoever might face him if he comes into the ball game later on. He's been a good Cardinal.
Well, plenty of characters still to have to retire. Yadier Molina,
yes, who's been to the Fountain of Youth apparently with his numbers, 6 home runs already, 16 RBIs.
Brault getting some ground balls tonight. 4 of the 5 outs on the ground and a strikeout to boot. Keeping the ball down tonight so far.
Always good.
And what's in the air for you when you visit PNC Park tomorrow night? Zambelli Fireworks when the Bucks take on the Cards at 7:05. Post-game Zambelli Fireworks show presented by 93.7 The Fan. Get your tickets coming out tomorrow night, 7:05. Pirates.com/fireworks. Paul DeJong starts at short tonight, as he did for most of last season, and that was quite the surprise. As we comment year after year, the Cardinals unearth guys from their minor league system that, you know, it's not like everybody's talking about them. I mean, these days, whoever the top prospects are, we hear about them for years in advance. And DeJong's name outside of St. Louis maybe didn't really come up all that often, and Rookie of the Year runner-up last year. One of the top home run hitting shortstops last year. Wasn't even around the whole season. So much so that the Cardinals traded Aledmys Diaz.
Thank you for that swing.
To Toronto.
Let's see Stephen back even on the count.
There's Marcell Ozuna coming over from the Marlins.
Umpires for tonight's game. The crew chief, Jerry Meals, behind home plate. Gabe Morales at first. Ed Hickox at second. John Tumpane at third. Men in blue.
Great to see John Tumpane back here.
Yep, he's a great story here in Pittsburgh.
Helped a woman who appeared to be taking her own life and convinced her to stay and
to jump off the bridge.
Yeah, and to get the authorities involved, and talk more about that as the series goes on. But first time back for Mr. Tumpane since that series.
Still an out of the infield.
Another nice inning for Stephen Brault. 6 up, 6 down. And the Pirates coming up on a big night for Phil Coyne. Network injury update for tonight. Josh Harrison was out there doing some running sprints, taking some ground balls with a specialized mitt, and he's still a few weeks away from returning, but really nice to see him get out there. And he's traveling with the club. He's around there every day.
And he's frustrated.
Yeah, I mean, having the same injury as he had last season, hit by pitch, broken 5th metacarpal on that left hand. But he'll be ready to go soon, maybe in about a month or so. Josh Bell will lead it off. And that's the key right there. What Bell just did against Michaelis will get you to chase. He's been one of the most effective so far at getting swings at pitches outside the strike zone.
Discipline required.
Roll to Martinez. And he wins that foot race.
Hit sharply, but good pick by the first baseman.
4 ground ball outs for Michaelis.
So not much activity for the outfielder so far tonight.
None.
Yeah, 0. Very. I haven't seen him obviously pitch, but early indications the curveball is quite nice.
No activity on the outfielder the last time Corey Dickerson swung the bat. Game winner last night. The home run right over the Clemente wall. A 1-0 Pirate win. It's the 2nd time this year. And Dickerson's going to have another base hit.
He is off to a great start. If you saw our open tonight, you saw a bunch of statistics that bear that out. He's been great. Batting average by itself is good. Hits the ball hard, as he did here as he went down, got under that ball, line drive to right, drives in runners when they're on the base pass. He's been very good in quite a few categories.
Clutch hitting. And the man following him in the order has done the same thing. Francisco Cervelli. Of those 18 runs batted in, 15 of those have come with 2 outs. Usually when the inning looks like it's over, get something going. Cervelli apologizing. He wasn't quite ready as he tipped his cap. Cardinal fan in amongst Bucco fans there. Cervelli taking it to the opposite field. Nice measured swing.
Nothing wrong with his start to the season with the bat either.
Ball moving away from him.
Little cutter action that wasn't cutting far enough away from Francisco. I think that's the approach you have to have against a guy that throws a lot of cutters. I don't know if Michaelis throws a lot of cutters, but that ball is working away from you. It's the most natural thing to push it to right field. Just follow the path of the ball in that direction.
Well, the numbers bear it out for Michaelis as he faces the left-handed batting Colin Moran. He's had less success against lefties so far in the early going, and that would make sense, right? If that ball is moving in on a lefty, a lot of times they can get that kind of uppercutting swing.
Oh, you can pull the ball.
Comes in on Moran's hands. We will never know if that hurt Moran.
He is one of the most matter-of-fact young men that goes about his business in a very quiet, professional way.
I love that about him too, because as a pitcher, I bet you get satisfaction sometimes, not necessarily in that ball, but you know, if you really brush back a guy. Where does that get him? Yeah, indeed.
Right below.
Did it hit the bat or did it hit the hand? Couldn't quite tell there, but I'm sure it hit the hand. Massaging that area right there on the right. So the base is full of Buccos with 1 out. The number 8 hitting Jordy Mercer.
And you might say, well, pitcher has the edge here because he's got Mercer he's got to get beyond, and then he's got the pitcher to work against. But Brault is no easy out. Swings the bat very well for a pitcher.
softly hit into foul ground. And it's going to have to be up to Brault.
And the thing is, if you're Stephen Brault, you know, he's got to approach this the way he wants to, but he's going to go up against a guy that has very, very good control, so it's not automatic that he's going to get a fastball. But it's hard not to look for one first pitch.
Well, what do you say here when a pitcher comes up? Hey, put the ball in play, right? Just put the ball in play, see what happens. Well,
as a pitcher hitting?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, put the bat on the ball, take your chances.
He's never struck out.
Shorten up a little bit. Sometimes that helps make contact.
That's the good thing about Brault, is that that's all he's done.
See, there was a curveball. I didn't just throw him a fastball, because they know that this guy is a contact kind of a guy. Even for a pitcher, they research everything.
Brault stands in the front of the box.
That time he got the fastball.
But up. Yeah, Brault's an interesting case study, because you think about a pitcher's almost an automatic out, but hit .419 in his career in the minors. .233 so far in the major leagues.
That's that good breaking ball right there. That's a good pitch to a good major league hitter, position player.
You look at this consecutive plate appearances without a strikeout for a pitcher.
He's on the hook right now, so he ought to go into that prevent defense, 2-strike stance, open up, chop at the ball.
Puts it in play. That's all you ask for. And look at there, almost almost made something happen. Michaelis, if he had dropped it a third time, he wouldn't have had an out anywhere.
Yeah, it was the play goes 1 to 3.
PNC Park. I'm Robbie Mikowski. Well, the Pirates' third baseman Jung-Ho Kang has received his visa, and he's in the United States of America. And earlier today, Pirates general manager Neil Huntington discussed what the future holds for Kang.
Well, he has a lot of work to do. He's paid a heavy price for the things he's done. He's working to get back. He's grateful for this opportunity, not only from the Pirates, but from the fans, from his family for their support, from the United States government for allowing him this opportunity again. But he has a lot of work to do. He has a lot of work to do to get back to where he was as a player. More importantly, he has a lot of work to do to continue to grow as a person, and he's on the right track there.
And Jung-Ho Kang did issue a statement today discussing his future, and a few things of note here. Number one, he's going to get to work, Neil Huntington said, most likely on Monday at Pirate City. He's going to have to go through almost an entire spring training, so it's going to be some time before he's able to return to big league action. And one other thing, Joe and Steve, Neil Huntington did say that MLB will not impose further discipline on him, as he has not played 7 months of baseball time plus whatever it takes to get him ready. And the Pirates have chosen not to impose further discipline on Gung. So once he gets himself ready, presumably, and in game shape, he'll be back here on a baseball field, which we have no idea when that'll be, but it should be sometime this season, guys.
Well, thank you, Robbie. Yeah, and Neil Huntington answering a lot of questions. There's a lot of strategic things that have to take place, and all of a sudden the wind, by the way, is
blowing a gale,
whipped up with the debris flowing.
Hot dog wrappers, they used to just say anything that was flying around the ballpark, but all of a sudden that wind has really freshened.
Back to Gung for a moment too. As Jerko gets this one down the line, and it gets out of here, a home run. The kid from Morgantown puts the Cardinals on top.
And that was hit at the absolute perfect time. It might have gotten out of here on its own, but when the wind came up, it just sailed past that wall. So the first ball that's hit out of the infield off Brault doesn't stay in the outfield.
Number 16, Colton Wong.
Number 2. That is center cut. He got a lot of it. It might have gone out on its own, but it sure did get a lot of help.
Look on our Allegheny Health Network Supermo. Yeah, I'm with you, Steve. Probably a home run anyway, but added a little lift to it.
Number 3 given up by Steven.
Trying to add on to Robbie's report about Jung Ho Gung, who we found out yesterday will be working out at Pirate City. His workouts are going to begin on Monday, and the entire spring training process. Clint Hurdle talked about that today. You know, they're there for 45 days now. Who knows? They have to kind of evaluate and see. The only competitive baseball that Gung has played is some 24 games of winter ball this past winter in November and December. But Neil Huntington also adding, we saw Colin Moran a moment ago. The Pirates went and traded for a third baseman, a young third baseman who's going to be around, and Neil Huntington said way too soon to try to project playing time. They're very happy with Colin Moran and David Freese at third base. And there's also the possibility, you know, does Gung fit in as a starter? Does he fit in as a bench bat? Does he come back in the major leagues at all? And here's the statement from Gung. And most importantly, I want to apologize to my family and friends, teammates, the Pirates organization, Pirates fans, and anyone else who has been negatively affected by my regretful actions. I am deeply sorry. And so that's a statement from Jung Ho Gung, who again will go down to Bradenton and start the process of trying to return to baseball. Now, if he is able to help the Pirates, when we did see him, my gosh, tremendous power, and if he can recapture any of that, he will help the club. So,
well, the way I was brought up, Joe, I was taught to root for people that have made bad mistakes and have had challenging issues, to root for them to get their life together and maybe a career together. So I'm rooting for him. I'm rooting for him to get his life together and come back and play some baseball. I know not everybody feels that way. There was a columnist in one of the newspapers today that doesn't feel that way, but everybody has their own opinions. But I'm rooting for Jung Ho Gung to get his life back together. And if he plays baseball, that's a plus. But more importantly, as Neil said, to get things back together as a person.
Yeah, that's the top priority.
Sure.
And look, he's getting a second chance. You can debate whether he deserves it, but he's going to get one, and he's going to make the most of it. And if he doesn't, well, then I think that'll secure everyone's feeling. But hey, all the players that commented on it have said that they're welcoming him back with open arms, as Clint Hurdle has said too. So it still will be a while. I'm guessing June at the earliest before we would see Gung in a Pirate uniform. Michaelis gets the sacrifice down. That's the first out of the inning. Moves up Wong to second after the leadoff home run by Jed Jerko. First of 3 tonight. Stephen Brault trying to handle the Cardinals. Back to the top of the order for Tommy Pham, who has been one of the hotter hitters of late. Coming into tonight, last 11 games hitting better than 500. Well, when you hear the expression, you know, it's good for a pitcher to keep the ball down.
Yes.
Why is that? We've seen Brault
because there's no
succeed when he's done that.
There's no
tonight.
450-foot ground ball home runs.
Out toward right. And Polanco will play it off the wall. That scores Wong. And it's a double for Pham and St. Louis with a pair here in the third.
Oh, that ball getting help from the wind also, as it's blown kind of straight out, but well hit for sure. And the Pirates all of a sudden have found themselves down 2 runs. And Stephen Brault is going to get a visit from his catcher and his pitching coach. And that ball had a lot of carry.
Now that's the kind of the new slider that Brault is throwing. It's a harder slider. He introduced it in his last start. Moved back over the middle of the plate, even though it was low. Pham with that uppercutting swing.
Yeah, I go back to your question, Joe. I just don't get it when they talk about pitchers wanting to pitch upstairs. I don't get it. We've all been taught for years, keep the ball down, keep the ball down. Ground balls can't hurt you as much as the ball upstairs. And you know, when they make contact upstairs, you know, and they're going to hit the ball in the air, you're going to hit some home runs.
This is Dexter Fowler. And Bell will get the second out with Pham moving to third. And just a nice night here is it feels like spring. I haven't always been able to say that.
Yeah, I hope we're out of the woods. I'm not going to be convinced until we have 3 or 4 straight days, but hopefully we are. I mean, we should be on the other side of all the miserable weather.
I put away my snow shovel, so I hope so.
I think that part we're good with.
And Cervelli doesn't get that strike. Coming up ready to throw to third. Trying to keep Pham close with Jose Martinez. He was 28 before he got his first call up. He played in 887 minor league games. Got called up at the end of the 16 season. Then last year, he's kind of a bench bat. Ended up hitting .309, and now the number 3 hitter tonight.
That's quite a journey.
I'll say.
The Pirates, when I was coming up through the system, had I think a 31-year-old rookie, Diomedes Olivo.
Oh yeah.
Back in the day. So it's not just pitchers that figure it out sometimes late in their career. Sometimes it's a position player who gets that hitting approach up to major league levels.
I know that name because he served up the first career home run of Bob Uecker.
Ah.
That's how I heard that name before.
Yeah. I think part of his name was Guayu Ben, and they kind of played with it, say, where have you been? Where you been? Finally, he got to the big leagues.
Another latecomer.
Yep.
Our featured band tonight on Friday Night Rocks. A couple of walks, though, here in the inning. Brault's command, which was sterling in those first 2 innings. And I don't mean just the walks. I mean, there have been some pitches in the meaty part of the plate, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we making the point early in the ball game. You want to get him past 5 innings, and he was so efficient in the first 2 innings. I said, okay, maybe this is the breakthrough. But now, because of the control, he's starting to wind up with a higher pitch count. First 2 innings are beautiful.
This will be his 20th pitch of this inning. A hard slider.
But if you want to go past 5, go past 6, you got to be tighty. Very good early and now struggling.
Yeah, in case
but
you're wondering,
as you know about pitcher, it comes and goes. You just ride the good part as long as you can and try to get out of that bad part as quick as you can.
lined out to left, and that 2-out hit by Ozuna drives in Pham, and the Cardinals have put together 3 runs here in the 3rd. Well, we said keep the ball low, right? Well, the Cardinals are defeating that argument, I suppose.
Yep.
How do you hit that ball?
Well, that won't happen very often, but to give him credit, he went down and got it. And that's a hurting thing because you did get an out, a second out, and now a walk and a base hit, and it just keeps the ball rolling for the Cardinals.
Ozuna, who drove in 124 runs last year. I guess that's part of the reason why.
Yeah.
Just a knack of hitting.
Part of the dismantling of the Marlins.
Lead runner is Martinez. 2 birds on the bags for Yadier Molina. 8th man to come up in the inning after 2 crisp 1-2-3 frames from Brault.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to say, well, 2-0, you know, it's early in the ball game and everything, but and you say 3 runs is not certainly terminal, but Cardinals have a chance to do some damage. You need a 3rd out here. 3's about as much as you want to give up here in this inning.
On 2-0, out to right. And that wind playing a number on that one, but Molina is gone. Cardinals strike for 3. There's Terry.
Always cool to look at Terry.
Terry roams around with the camera, gets a look at all the cool stuff going on in the seats and around. Jed Jerko with a home run, part of that 3-run Cardinals top half of this inning. So the Pirates had the bases loaded, 1 out, do not score, and then the Cardinals respond with 3. Ozuna with that 2-out hit. So top of the order against Michaelis. Everyone's got a look now. Frazier hit one back to the mound.
You see him rev it up to 95, 96 miles an hour. as Cervelli goes over what happened in the last half inning.
Now laying off that borderline pitch, getting the count in his favor.
Like you said, we've got to lay off those borderline pitches because he gets all those swings on the pitches that you can't do much with outside the edges.
He's faced the Brewers twice. They hit him decently, and then faced the Reds twice, and he dominated Cincinnati. Ozuna playing a little bit into the opposite field, easily there. So the leadoff man gone in the Pirates' third. And as you make your plans throughout the weekend, Sundays are Kids Days here at PNC Park. This Sunday, Pirates will take on these Cardinals at 1:35. And all kids 14 and younger get a mini bat thanks to Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield together with Allegheny Health Network. Go to pirates.com/kidsdays. Always fun. Finally ready to have a Kids Day here. Well, every day's a Kids Day when bring him out to the ballpark.
It's like one of those TV trays. You're just setting up for business, watching the ball game and eating all night. I like it.
That's perfect. Got his shades on.
Yep, yep.
Corey Hart's kid. Not the ex-Pirate, but the singer.
Yep. Well, he's got the logo. He's got the shades on in the evening. I don't know why, but it's cool.
Wears his sunglasses at night. Polanco grounded out his only time.
Should be a song about that, shouldn't it?
Now between innings, get to right.
Okay.
And he tied him up. 97.
First strikeout.
Coming up and in, and a place where Polanco can hit it, but easier said than done. That ball moves a lot.
Shades of blue, all kind of blue up in the sky.
Trying to make things a little happier, down 3-0.
There's another curveball, not a really quality curveball, but nonetheless it gets the call.
Marte with a 6-game hitting streak. And you talk about Michaelis, one of the best at getting chases. Marte's been a lot better at not chasing pitches outside the zone. Big reason why he's off to a good start. That one will twist foul. Marte never had more than 9 walks in any month of his career. Marte with 14 walks. One of those came in March, if you want to be specific. Jeff Branson.
I'll give you a mulligan on that.
Yeah.
Throw that one in there.
But either way you look at it, he's been the most patient that he's been. And a good pitch there by Michaelis fans Marte to end the third.
and 27, where Phil Coyne manned here at PNC Park for the 18 years of existence, and everybody in these sections are wearing these shirts that say Phil 100. And as if that's not cool enough, many of the fans in his section have this, Phil Coyne heads on a stick. Fantastic stuff as we celebrate Phil Coyne's 100 years on Earth. He was born April 27th, 1918, and we have a fantastic sign, many fantastic signs here in attendance. Phil was honored before the ball game. There's a Phil 100 logo just beyond third base. If you didn't catch a chance of our catch our pregame show, there's a plaque here behind section 26 in Phil's honor that will live here forever at PNC Park. His ID badge, other stuff is going to the Hall of Fame. And we're going to talk to Phil Coyne in just a couple innings. And he has about 180 family members that are here, all wearing Philly shirts. So we'll hear from Phil Coyne, the man himself, in just a couple innings, Joe and Steve. And it's pretty cool stuff to see this guy celebrate 100 years, and for the Pirates to do it this big for a great man.
Absolutely. That's terrific. Terrific stuff. Terrific stuff.
And Philly is his nickname with his family and friends. And here's part of the pregame ceremony. It was very moving, very classy, and really cool to think about how the Pirates dedicating that plaque. There's Jordy Mercer coming over to shake Phil's hand, and also that he'll be having the commemoration at the National Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown as well.
Yeah, just great stuff, and to see how he reacted to all that, you could see the emotions. It was really, really neat.
Genuine surprise. And for Phil Coyne, you know, I was thinking about it. The 82 years that he has ushered at all the different ballparks, you know, Forbes Field, Three Rivers, now here. Who in baseball has worked that long? Now,
nobody.
You think of Vin Scully, who broadcast 67 years for the Dodgers, Connie Mack, who started as a Pirates catcher and then manager, and then, of course, managed in Philadelphia for 50 years. So he was only in baseball 61 years. Phil Coyne got to see pretty much everybody.
And he's having the time of his life tonight. Meanwhile, we got a man on first base, result of that error at third.
The error on Moran starting things to allow DeYoung to reach. You think about Phil Coyne, about 6,000 games. Remember, just the home games. There's Phil. Yeah. Hey, I got it. Got my face. What just a nice man too. Comes back to get a strike. Jerko homered his last time.
Yeah, I learned from Phil. Just do the home games. What a night for him. He is having a great time.
Started in 1936. He's an 18-year-old young man at the time. So an error and the third walk issued by Brault have put two Cardinals aboard with nobody out. And think about how long ago 1936 was. A gallon of gas cost you 10 cents. Average new home under $4,000. FDR and Jesse Owens were the big names. Gone with the Wind was published. Bill Mazeroski was born. And the St. Patrick's Day flood, the worst in Pittsburgh history. My grandpa, who grew up in Wheeling, would always talk about that.
This is a mess here in the top of the fourth. Error, walk, wild pitch. I mean, Maz is going to be 82 in September. Wow.
So now second and third. Infield will come in most of the way. Wong walked his only trip. And Tyler Glasnow, who has not pitched in some time, trying to get up in a hurry.
It's just amazing what can happen with pitchers. The first 6 batters he faced, I mean, it was in a rocking chair. It looked like just a continuation of Ivan Nova's afternoon yesterday. And then all of a sudden, Jerko hits the home run, and he has been out of sorts ever since.
There's Nova. He was super. 8 scoreless. Out to medium deep left. DeYoung on his way home. Just deep enough to score him on that sac fly. The Cardinals have 4. So the error comes around to score. That was just a routine bouncer. Miranda knew it. Now 1 out and a man at second. Got the pitcher up. Michaelis laid out a sacrifice his last time. And he's got some experience with the bat, not only in his major league career, but also in Japan too, because playing for the Yomiuri Giants in the Central League. The pitcher bats in the Central League there. In Japan baseball, it's the same thing. One league has the pitcher bat, the other league has the DH. Glad I was able to have you working tonight rather than Bob. If I had said that and Bob were here, we would have maybe never gotten back to the game.
Never gotten back.
Striking out Michaelis, and he will be thrown out on that leisurely stroll to first. So 2 down.
Well, Stephen, keep it right there. It all of a sudden became a challenge. At the point of minimizing damage now.
Jerko standing out at second. Cardinals do not have a hit in the inning, but they have scored a run. Molina and Ozuna looking on. Back to the top of the order with Tommy Pham. He really came on the scene. This Cardinals club really kind of changing itself over with a lot of their better players now, guys that have emerged over the last couple of years.
Yep, take your time. Yep, there you go.
So Brault recovers. Cards get a run. 4-0 St. Louis.
It's time for the Toyota all-wheel drive RAV4th inning. Toyota, what drives you?
On a Friday Night Rocks. Moon in full effect tonight. 4-0 St. Louis.
Going to be full, I think, 2 more nights. I think the 29th, but there it is.
Get Bell a target.
Yes. Launch one.
His lumber has been in slumber for Bell, at least. 237 with 1 home run. When he gets hot, he can start scalding the ball, and he has had a couple of periods so far this year, but you know it's about to come pretty soon.
Yep. Not where he wants to be right now, but stay tuned.
Still, amongst all that, those 15 RBIs that he's posted, you think he's already had 10 hits with men in scoring position. It's tied for the league lead, so he has had some clutch hits. That's why the RBI total is good. 97 upstairs. That's how he's gotten the last couple of guys. Michaelis
all of a sudden unleashing the fastball, 3 strikeouts in a row. He's gone 7 innings the last 2 starts. They're against the Cincinnati Reds, but take nothing away, only giving up 1 run in each of those 2 starts. So he's given Mike Matheny innings, and even the so-so start where it didn't work for him, a no decision against Milwaukee, where he gave up 4 runs in 6 1/3. He was into the 7th inning, so didn't seem to be much of a problem with endurance. He's big enough, 6'5", 220.
Dickerson singled his first time. There's Carlos Martinez, one of the Cardinals starting pitchers, trying to entertain some of his teammates on a day off. No more blue hair for Martinez.
No. Got to find something to do in between starts. You know, you only work once a week, so part-time summer job.
Well, what did you do?
Tried to entertain the troops.
Yeah, same thing. Yeah, right.
Find something to
Off
do.
night.
Yeah, occupy your time.
Those guys won't be in action, both on the disabled list. Josh Harrison on the left, Joe Musgrove on the right. Another fastball at 97 upstairs.
Those 3 years in Japan, 31 and 13. Yeah, 31 and 13. Well, he did figure it out.
That one's going to stay foul. Dickerson ran it out anyway to make sure.
But an interesting home run yesterday, because we saw it called and we saw it was a home run, and then the people in New York reviewed it. They confirmed it was a home run, so the celebration was ongoing as the ball landed up in that neighborhood, just over that the blue high mark sign area, over that yellow line, and there was a fan that reached over, but apparently they figured that
that they didn't reach over.
Yeah, but they didn't reach over. Or
it looked like it live, though, I thought.
Yeah.
But when we saw the replay, deemed it wasn't. Good thing, because there was a whole bunch of Gatorade in the batter's box. That's a fair ball. And Dickerson is out. So 2 up with 2 down. And 7 in a row sent down by Michaelis.
One of the easiest plays that Molina will ever have.
Impress your clients, colleagues, or family and friends with a World Series suite at PNC Park. These suites include gorgeous views of the game and city skyline, food and beverage credit, catering options, and a Pirates cap for every guest. Find out how to book your World Series suite at pirates.com/premium. Nightfall set again. Francisco Cervelli.
He did go after the hook.
That's been pretty much a fastball curveball from Michaelis so far.
Gone to a lot of high fastballs in the last inning and 2/3.
A good separation in velocity, right? As there, he throws something off speed, but kind of hard to figure him out.
Well, nothing wrong with a 97-mile-an-hour fastball and a good curveball combination. You don't need much more.
The command's been pretty good. I mean, he's right around the window pane the entire evening. And You think about how he's limited walks and gotten chases. But I mean, it's not that he's getting guys to swing wildly and try to expand the strike zone. I mean, he's making pitchers pitches, right? I mean,
yep. Throwing strikes that are not down the middle of the strike zone.
And the Cardinals, you know, they went out and extended a good deal to him coming over from Japan. 2-year offer, and you know, paid him, well, I guess like a reliever these days in the free agent market, but still, I mean, much more than he was making in Japan, and certainly for a guy who a few years ago was struggling to stay in the major leagues.
Well, 31-13 will get your attention,
yes,
and extend a contract.
Yeah, really good numbers in Japan. Pitched 3 seasons for the Yomiuri Giants and was able to make 62 starts in those 3 seasons, 5 complete games, a .218 earned run average. Now that's not the major leagues, but those are eye-popping numbers wherever you go. And Cervelli keeps on hitting. He's 2 for 2 tonight.
And like many good control pitchers, they'd rather give up a hit than walk somebody. They won't admit it, but they lean in that direction. So, of his 4 starts, there was only 1 game when he walked about it. He walked 2 in one of those starts, so a little bit Nova-like in early going of his starts this year.
Well, sensing that the pitcher spot may bat in this inning, and if it does, could mean that the bases are loaded, or that runs have come across. This is the number 7 spot. Pitcher batting in the 9th spot tonight. 0-1 to Moran. Good thing he's okay after being hit with a pitch his first time around.
Michaelis has given up 4 home runs in his 4 starts, so a little bit vulnerable in that area.
Moran has hit a pair. Really loves hitting at this ballpark. Martinez will have to settle for the out at first. And Phil Coyne, Robbie's going to chat with him next on birthday number 100.
The legend himself, Phil Coyne, 100 years old tonight. Now, Phil, you have a logo out there on the field. You have a plaque in there behind your section where you work. You have 200 family and friends here, 180 to be specific. What is all this like for you tonight, Phil?
Please get out of here. Jesus.
See, he has not lost his wit one bit, guys. That's fantastic. What's all this like for you, Phil?
Oh, it's well beyond what I ever thought it would be, and I'm really enjoying every bit of it. so with all the family in and all. But whoever put this on, in my family and the Pirates and all, it's more than I can. More, you know, it's more on than I can think of.
Okay, now Phil, you worked in all three ballparks: Forbes Field, Three Rivers Stadium, and here at PNC Park. What memory stands out the most?
Well, I guess it's talking about the ball, talking about the games and all that. I guess the biggest memory of all was when they closed the ballpark. The last game, the Pirates played at Forbes Field, and that when everybody run out on the field, stole the bases, taking the grass up and all that. That's a memory of all. But I have other memories too, but that'll stand out forever.
Now, Phil, do you have a favorite stadium? Forbes Field, was that your favorite, safe to say?
I would have to say, yeah, because I was born and raised there. I was born right a couple blocks away, and from the time I was 10 years old, I was going to games, but the games were on Saturday. Saturday afternoon was Kids' Day, and it was Kids' Day, and we all, you know, we all went to the kids.
How about a favorite player? Do any one or two stand out for you?
Well, I have to go back to when I was a kid, and I guess I have a lot of favorites, but the two that stand out were the Weiner brothers, because I was raised with them, you know, as a kid, and when I first started to usher, the Weiner brothers were there.
Fantastic. That's great, and we love you, John Weiner, but he's referring to Lloyd and Paul Weiner, of course, when he discusses the Weiner brothers. Now, these people are wearing shirts that say Phil 100. Then another group of people are wearing a shirt that says Philly on it. What's it like for you to see that?
It's a big surprise. I didn't know these. I didn't get one, I know that. Everybody else got one. But it is, well, the whole thing is nice. My family really done a good job. Yep. And then the ballpark. Yep. Mr. Cooley and JJ and them, they really put a big show on for me, and I'm thankful for them too.
And certainly they're thankful for your service as Martinez doubles. Now, your shirt and your badge are going to the Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, New York. Now, how cool is that?
Huh?
How cool is that to have your badge in the Hall of Fame, Phil?
Yeah, well, yeah, it is. You can never imagine it, and but I'm grateful for it that it went that. You know, I have nothing to, you know, nothing to be I have nothing, you know. I like it at all, you know. Yep. So it's something my family will always remember. Yeah.
Well, Phil, we wish you nothing but the best. We wish you a happy birthday. Thanks for talking to us. And as always, it is wonderful to see you, my friend. Thanks.
Thank you. And you've been a friend to you, too, myself, but besides with all the other people in the ballpark.
He's the man. What a great start and end to an interview. That is the greatest ever. You see how sharp Phil Coyne is, even at 100 years of old, you know, years of age. Get out of here, will you, Joe? How funny was that?
I love it. I love it.
Unbelievable.
Steve, you know, he said his favorite memory was the day that Forbes Field closed.
Yeah.
I'm sure you could fill us in on.
I was there. It was a doubleheader. Yeah. We won both games, and it was crazy, as Phil said. At the end of that last game, the people were out there stealing bases, grabbing whatever they could. A guy got out there. In fact, a guy that did some work for me in my house was out there trying to steal second base, and he was on one side of the base, and another guy was on the other. They both had their hands on it, and my guy said, "Look up." He pointed up, and the guy looked up. He knocked him out. He just gave him a left hook, so my guy got the base.
Wow!
But it was crazy. People were taking the sheet metal numbers off the old scoreboard that they used. It was pretty wild. But the Pirates won both games against the Cubs. I think Dave Jussie won one, and Jimmy Nelson, the late Jimmy Nelson, won the other one. It was a crazy day, wild day.
The guy that you hired, he did demolition at your house?
Yeah, he did some demolition of the house, yeah. But he also demolitioned that guy that was trying to get second base.
The stories between you and Phil Coyne, I couldn't.
My friend Jeff, yeah, he did some great work at our house. He never punched me, not once.
That's good.
I always paid him.
We're just so happy to have Phil and all of his family and friends here tonight.
Think of his memories and what he saw, all those years, and all those players, all those games, all the plays that were made,
all the people he talked to in the seats through the years,
all the friends he made. That's a big part of all the friends he made in all of those years.
I wonder, when he first started back in the 30s, if there was an older gentleman like himself that maybe sat in seats one day at Forbes Field, and you think about his age at that time, you know, someone could have been born prior to the Civil War that he was chatting with that day, and now spanning this whole time. And look at what Steve's a great follow, by the way, on Twitter, mentioning that Phil has probably seen every player in the top 25 on the baseball's home run list, either in the All-Star Game, World Series, of course, playing in the National League prior to interleague play. And his nickname is Philly with his family and friends. That's why they're wearing that shirt. Grew up in Oakland, still lives there.
Great night. And the Pirates should be very proud of the way they honored him tonight.
Moran has a second out.
And Steve Brault needed that. The double and the base hit extends the lead to 5-0.
And that's going to be it for Stephen Brault tonight. An uneven outing for Brault. Started off very well, but has allowed runs in each of the last 3 innings. He'll go 4 2/3 tonight. Yeah, the Pirates trail the Cardinals 5-0. Kyle Crick coming on. Today, 1,200 months, 36,000 plus days, 52 million minutes he's been on this earth. Brad saying that Kenzie excited to be part of that too. Yeah, Phil's likeness on the stick there, and the happy 100th birthday, Philly. What a neat event here tonight.
Kyle Crick out of the Pirate bullpen. Spotless work in his first 5 appearances. Finally gave up his first run in the doubleheader Wednesday night. And that was that home run. I think it was the first batter he faced. I wish I could go down and ask Phil right now how we would compare that great day when Forbes Field was a great day. It was a unique day. Closed down. Compare that with the Maz home run in the '60 World Series.
Wow, yeah.
But that would light up his face too.
Just bedlam, I would imagine, right?
Yeah,
you would think.
It was crazy. Yep. Just ask Yogi Berra if you could.
Ball sailing over his head.
Yep. And so Stephen Brault goes 4 1/3. He's given up 5 to this point. 5 hits, walked 3, struck out 2.
And really the last inning for Brault, you know, when DeYoung batted, there was that error, then there was a walk. They picked up a run there, and then back-to-back hits in this inning. Just could not get back into rhythm as he was prior to the home run by Jerko. And we talked about it as the broadcast began. You know, Brault, who has been filling in for Joe Musgrove, trying to get those consecutive good starts going. He's been all right overall, but wanting to be better than all right. But tonight the Cardinals so far have 5. Now the Pirates get their chance to bat here in the 5th. Here in Pittsburgh. Our day automotive this day in Pirates history. Back in 1993, the Pirates and the Braves beating them 6-2 in 11 innings. Tim Wakefield going 10 innings, throwing 172 pitches. The most thrown by any major leaguer since Fernando Valenzuela back in '87. And these days that would get a manager fired, I suppose. But he was a knuckleballer, so
yeah, throwing darts, the local pub. Talk about a career that changed around. The Pirates released Tim Wakefield. We released him, and I think we all agree that right at that point we've all leaned in that direction. But he found the consistency with a knuckleball in Boston, and his career just went right through the roof. He did a great job. And from all that I read and heard about Tim when he was doing all that good stuff in Boston, also a good citizen, did a lot of stuff for the community, and kept his head pretty level.
I don't know if we'll see many knuckleballers. You know, it seems like one always surfaces. Stephen Wright with Boston, with R.A. Dickey not pitching yet this season. There's usually one still hanging around, but almost always is a last resort. Here's Max Moroff. He's going to bat for Craig. With the Pirates trailing, just trying to get something going offensively.
Every once in a while, cross paths with Phil Niekro, still going strong.
A Hall of Famer.
Because he lost his brother Joe, who also had a great career when he got consistent with a knuckleball. I think brother Joe, won a ton of games.
200 some for sure.
Yep. And Phil just was out there forever.
Wasn't Joe a conventional pitcher in the
yes,
outset?
early on. Yep. And then he found the knuckleball. Phil must have invited him over for dinner one off-season night or something. Hey, try this.
Brothers growing up in Ohio.
Yep. And actually, Phil played, I think, high school ball against Maz.
Moroff shoots one down the line, and this one is foul. Is right.
We've seen that kind of power, that distance from Max. We have. Did he hit one in the river or close to it?
He's hit one in the river, and he's hit one high off the foul pole before here.
This one's close, but no cigar.
Yeah, about 3-4 seats over. Giving it a look.
He thought for a minute. Okay, no.
5'10", so you don't think of the thunder in that bat, but he certainly does have some pop. Just got a lot more aggressive. He's always good at drawing the walk, and then finally, as he was moving to the upper minor leagues, the Pirates brass said, "Hey, you got some pop in that bat. Just go ahead and you got a good pitch to hit. Go for it." When he got called up for the first time last season by the Pirates, he was leading the International League in home runs at that time. And like you alluded to, Steve, I mean, he's had some powerful looking home runs in his time with the Pirates. Brief time.
Surprising power. Locked him up with a curveball.
Michaelis with 5 strikeouts.
All of a sudden, as opposed to Brault, he kicked it in after 2 innings. Pirates made a threat in the second, but then he got real good.
That's the first real turning point of the game. Yeah, the Pirates had bases loaded, 1 out, did not score. And then the Cardinals came back with 3 in the next half. Back to the top for Frazier.
Little floater, off-speed pitch to start the at-bat. It is it's a great thing when you're a pitcher out there and you're pretty sure you can throw the ball, you can throw what you want, and you can throw it where you want to. I mean, you're just working now. He's behind in the count 2-1, but his control is so good. There's not the concern that some pitchers might have. Oh, I don't want to walk this guy. I got to make a good pitch right here. The good control guys, and he appears to be one. Comes back like that and not only gets a strike, but gets the third out.
DeYoung there. We got a 1-2-3 frame for Miles Michaelis. 5-0 St. Louis. And Glasnow coming on. Presented by T-Mobile, and for the Cardinals, Jed Jerko starting the scoring with a home run in the third. That one hit pretty deeply down the left field line, and The WVU product celebrating with his teammates. Cardinals scored all the runs tonight. 5-0 St. Louis on this gorgeous night here. As we look at our UPMC scoreboard. And the bridges here, the Roberto Clemente Bridge. In the foreground, Max Moroff, who came out of pinch hit, he's going to stay on and play at second. So Frazier out, pitcher bats to the top spot. That new pitcher is
Tyler Glasnow, making appearance number 7. Well, the good news is 12 innings, 18 strikeouts, also an opponent batting average of 208. But the control issues persist.
One of the things we'll look at tonight is his ability to get out lefties.
And repeat strikes. Repeat strikes.
Yes.
Good breaking ball there. Good start. Cervelli pays the price for that 0-2 count.
Now the one good thing about Glasnow, what he's done so far, is getting righties out. Now they're slugging just 154 against him. That's the second lowest in the National League coming into tonight. Facing the righty here and putting him away with 99 down and away.
Well, and that's what you can get a chase with. On top of the speed, the fact that he's out in front 0-2, the guy's got to protect to a certain degree. And take a look at the heat. You see the cutter. It's like a cut fastball at 99. That's why you give Tyler Glasnow chance after chance after chance, because of that kind of pitch.
Now the lefty batting Wong.
And you cross your fingers. You cross your fingers because you want to see him have the kind of outing that really fleshes out a really good outing. He needs something really squeaky clean, I think, to maybe jumpstart the whole program. At least we're hoping.
Well, the last time around, he retired the first 7 men, I believe, with 4 strikeouts, and then started to get fatigued into his 3rd and 4th innings of relief, considering that he has not pitched that many extended stretches. Oh, there's the bridges on his socks. Those are pretty fly. Look at that. Pirate logo on those. Trying the changeup that time. We don't see that too often from Glasnow.
Looks like Spider-Man stuff.
The sock game of players these days is kind of a competition. .99 again, just missing.
Not by much.
Those are the Jackie Robinson tribute socks worn by Gregory Polanco. On the ground, pass Moroff, and a hit for Wong. On the other side of the coin, the lefties slugging .545 against Glasnow so far, and you know, some of that might be, as you pointed out, Steve, that cutting fastball. You think for a righty, it moving down and away, it's hard to really drive that ball, but for a lefty, sometimes it might come in to the good part of the bat.
Yep.
Michaelis.
I know one thing. If I'm a pitcher up there with Tyler throwing, I'm hanging loose, because he can be all over the place sometimes without trying to be, of course.
When you knew a guy was trying to bunt, did you like to drop in a curveball?
Well,
or would you just try to just throw some heat by him?
I would try different things depending on the situation and everything. But if I got him to 2 strikes, you know, you're trying to get him to chase in a bunting situation, high fastball where he could make contact under the ball and foul it back, or a curveball where he might drop the end of the bat and foul it off. If I'm out in front 0-2, I'm going to not be near the strike zone. I'm going to try one of those 2 approaches.
Wong running, pitches a ball, and Wong is out.
Good throw, practically on the shoulder of Wong as it tailed a little bit toward the runner, but Jordy was right there, the ball was right there, the runner was right there, and we got the out call. Here he comes. right off the top of the helmet. Okay.
Good look on our Allegheny Health Network Super Bowl.
So Jordy really didn't have to do much other than catch the ball and bring it down. That was a lot of Francisco Cervelli on that one.
Good pitch to throw on.
Good mechanics right there.
Watch Mercer let that ball travel too. Let that ball come in right to where Wong is going to slide in. Glass now replaces the base runner by walking the pitcher. But for Glass now, 4 attempted base stealers caught stealing now in 11 tries. That's 36%. Above average. Now you get to face Pham with a man on. Run scoring double back in the 3rd. Batting average coming into tonight, tops of the National League.
Whole different look for the Cardinal batters to think about as Tyler misses the first 2 pitches. Not only righty instead of lefty, but the stuff is different between Glasnow and Brault.
Broke his bat. And that's that. Hitting the walk, man left. Pirates need something with the bats. Music from Latecomer on a Friday Night Rocks, presented by Iron City all season long. Thanks to them for bringing us some great music every Friday night.
Yeah, that was a good one. Side iron.
Maybe you have an iron by your side.
Mm-hmm. Let's start heating up some iron here.
Yes.
Get on the board.
Now, the Pirates only needed 1 last night to win, or yesterday afternoon. Today they'd need 6, and it starts in the 6th with Polanco.
And being out in front on an off-speed pitch. Off-speed these days can be 88 miles an hour when you throw your fastball 97.
Polanco sends one deep out to right and into the night. Home run number 6 for Gregory Polanco.
Wow. Dropped the hammer on that one. He got a lot of it. Like you said, it starts in the 6th. Starts with one swing of the bat. That was impressive.
Great to see Polanco get that extension. Hitting a soaring home run to right center. Well, that'll get everything woken up.
That was majestic. Had the distance, had the height.
First run batted in for Polanco in 15 days, and maybe this will get him going. Now that's his sweet spot. And that outer third.
Went down and outer third and turned it back around.
It was running back and came back right into the barrel of the bat as we look on the Allegheny Health Network Super Bowl.
And a big part of the ballpark. That was not going to be contained. That almost got into the Allegheny River.
Out that way.
Out that way. How strong he is.
427 feet on Statcast. That's where the big boys play. Look where this landed. Right in the last row. Flipping that seat down. That is big boy territory. Well, hopefully that'll get Polanco's confidence back going again, and maybe the Pirates all told here.
Marte staying alive, chasing that bad breaking ball after he was seeing everything delivered inside to him. And tries it again. This time he lays off. Michaelis has still, to this point, has not given up a free pass. He hasn't gone very often to a 3-ball count. He works 2 and 2 here. Doesn't like the first one. He likes this signal.
Down the line. And Jerko. Well, he at least kept that to a single for Marte. It's hard to throw him out. Marte with a 7-game hitting streak.
Came back inside after a couple breaking balls away, and Starling did not get a lot of it, but right down the chalk.
He doesn't get that. That's easily 2.
Jerko doing everything he could, but yeah, it wasn't going to happen at first base for him. Just a fair lead for Starling.
Down 4 runs here in the 6th. With Bell up. Marte with 8 stolen bases.
It's number 5 given up by Michaelis. He got Josh last time up with a high fastball that it looked like Josh wasn't convinced whether he should go for it or shouldn't go for it, and got caught in the middle. 0 for 2.
Not a lot of big innings pitch-wise. Michaelis, one of the best at fewest pitches per plate appearance this season. That's down the line and off the glove of Martinez. Marte streaking to third on that base hit by Bell.
Well, these last 2 haven't been pretty, but all of a sudden we're at first and third, nobody out here as we tried to chalk down the third base line, and then we tried to chalk down the first base line.
That one licked the limestone right down the line.
And just rolled far enough away to allow Starling to have a rather comfortable trip over to third base, all things considered.
And he looks around the bag at second just to make sure, how far did this
Yep,
ball get away.
That quick look, and so a couple of tainted base hits, but we'll take them.
Oh, that was both balls hard hit. And the new pitching coach, Mike Maddox, out to visit Michaelis.
What he's doing is telling him, hey, they're not beating you up. They're not punishing the ball. So hang in there.
Dominic Leone is getting up. Chance to get this thing rocking here on a Friday night. Home run by Polanco. Now men on the corners for Dickerson.
Yep, you don't need to get them all in one swing, although we'll take that. Just keep it going. Just keep it going.
Yesterday in a 0-0 game in the ninth. Would it have enough distance? He made sure it did. Ruled a home run.
Sweet cheese on a stick.
Yes.
Yeah, there it is.
Confirmation. Pirates can proceed. And Dickerson for the second time this month coming through, driving in the run in the ninth inning in a Pirates 1-0 win. First Pirate to do that twice in any season since Aramis Ramirez back in 2001. So he's had some big late hits early. And I like what you said when we began the broadcast tonight, Steve. Why did the Tampa Bay Rays let him go?
Yeah, still wondering about that.
We don't have to answer that question.
No, just kind of happy they did.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's in the hole 0-2 to a really good control pitcher. So that's the challenge at this point, is at bat.
Continued activity in the Cardinal pen. And Dickerson out deep enough to left. Marte will score easily. And he cashes in a run. Sac fly, Corey Dickerson. It's 5-2.
All things considered against a quality pitcher, and that's what Michaelis is right now. 0-2 count, you get the job done. You may not get the kind of pitch you want to really hammer, but made his at-bat count.
RBI number 14 for Dickerson. And now Cervelli singles both times up. And both times going to right field.
And that takes him up to an even 300 batting average.
He's had a great start to the season. There's something, you know, if it weren't for Molina, who's got 6 home runs, I think everyone would be talking about Cervelli right now as the best offensive catcher here in April. But Cervelli hanging right there with them.
And early work with the long ball with 3 in his back pocket.
Hard hit, but right to Jerko on the ground. And that will tidy up the inning for Michaelis. But the Pirates pick up a pair. And the inning started with a soaring home run. Gregory Polanco set to launch. And the Pirates on a Friday night go within 3. And as you enjoy a Miller Lite, look forward to the whole true moment later in tonight's game. Gregory Polanco with the leadoff home run, starting a 2-run inning.
Yeah, we're in the ball game.
Dickerson.
We are in the ball game, and we got to hope that Tyler can throw up a 0, another 0. First inning was a 0. Do it again.
Well, umbrella giveaway night.
A lot of umbrellas up.
I don't see any.
Is it drizzle? But
I don't
see a lot of umbrellas.
Maybe they're just parasols, I guess. I don't know. Dexter Fowler, Cardinals leadoff man. Hard roller, but Mercer playing on the right side gets the first out.
Positioning, excellent there.
There they are. Those are nice.
Yeah.
Wouldn't mind snagging one of those if they got one left over. Yeah. Poor Troy, his blew off when we had that wind gust earlier tonight.
He needs a buckle umbrella.
It snapped? Oh my goodness. Well,
there was a
Scott's
gale,
up there with
and now
it tonight,
it's settled down, but there's the umbrellas. Yeah, I'll give you one. I'm going to try to get a half a dozen or 2.
Half a dozen?
No,
What are you going to throw them out of the booth on Sunday when you're on radio?
No, just
giveaway.
Store them just in case of bad storms.
Okay, all right. I could just see some sort of Sound of Music thing with you with all those umbrellas.
Singing in the rain.
Yeah.
I've hung around a lamppost every once in a while late at night. Never had an umbrella with me.
Yes, he went. Gabe Morales says so. Jose Martinez down 2 strikes. Let's see if that red bat went around.
Not really. We get the call.
Huh.
Well, how about that?
I'll be.
Yep. He was allowed to have a quizzical look, I think, on that one.
Glasnow blew up his bat, and Mercer gets enough on that throw to get the out. Good play by the steady Jordy Mercer. And let's go back to our studios. Rob King's got a game break. Well, thank you, Rob. And you know, when we move along into the season a little bit, that one past Moran, and Ozuna has 3 hits tonight. He'll collect a 2-out double. I wonder, you know, obviously the Pirates are disappointed getting swept in Philadelphia, but I wonder if they'll prove that they're for real. They're coming in at 15-9 tonight. And you know, when the Nationals start to get things going, will they suppress those other teams that have, you know, like the Mets, who have gotten off to good starts? We'll see. But
well, like we said in the beginning of the ball game, they're not your uncle's old Philadelphia Phillies. They're much improved. Much improved.
And these aren't your older brother's Cardinals with Ozuna new to the picture. The one mainstay in that lineup, Molina.
But they're kind of doing old-fashioned Cardinal things tonight.
Yeah, different names, same results a lot of times. Out deeply to right. Polanco finds it for the final out.
Yeah, the final turn put him in a position to make that play.
Let's stretch. 3-run Cardinal lead. St. Louis has the lead for now. Pirates coming to bat at the bottom of the 7th. 5-2 Cardinals. And this is the first of 3. A look at our Nissan road ahead. Jack Flaherty, the rookie, will be called up for the Cardinals tomorrow, and he'll face Trevor Williams, who's off to a great start this season.
Yeah, that should be quite a matchup. 2 young right-handers off to good starts.
Night game tomorrow, and then Sunday afternoon, Luke Weaver, good young pitcher for the Cardinals. Nick Kingham expected to be recalled to make his major league debut for the Buccos. Our coverage begins at 1 o'clock Sunday right here on AT&T Sportsnet. There's Trevor Williams.
Yeah, and you're going to come over to the radio side for a Sunday game.
Yeah, going to do that every now and then. Rick Brown a break. Sundays are busy for him.
Help me throw out some stuff during the 7th inning stretch. That'll be fun.
Test out my arm.
Yeah, there you go. Yep. Michaelis hoping to go 7 innings for the 3rd straight time, the last 2 against the Cincinnati Reds, as he comes here to the bottom of the 7th with a 3-run lead.
Colin Moran will start it off. Mercer and Moroff to follow here as Michaelis nearing that mystical 100 pitch mark.
Yeah, he's gone 100 pitches already once this year.
Moran stayed in after being clipped with a pitch in the hand.
Pirates making a lot of noise in the bottom of the 6th inning after the leadoff home run had men on 1st and 3rd with nobody out. Got one of them in, looking for more, but this came away from 2. Came away with 2, excuse me.
Yeah, Polanco starting things with that long home run off Michaelis. Ahead on Moran. Coming into tonight, Moran hitting .441 here at PNC Park. And I don't know how much you can look at home road splits, especially after a month. But if we get down to the end of the season and there's still a big split there, a big number at home, I wouldn't be all that surprised, because, you know, when the Pirates went out and got him, and then Dickerson later, thinking about adding those left-handed bats, guys that have some power, and in this ballpark, you know, to have this many guys now with Polanco and then Bell, who primarily bats left-handed. We'll see as the season takes shape, but you think that would help the Pirates' offensive production, especially banging some balls on and over the wall.
Very inviting, absolutely.
Polanco didn't even need the ball. He's like, oh, I just hit it out to right center. That's what I do.
Might have helped him out there, but maybe too close to take, and Michaelis gets a big first out here in the 7th inning.
Dominic Leone and Tyler Lyons, left-hander. Michaelis is not afraid to pitch upstairs. He's been up there a lot tonight.
Strikeout number 6.
Jordy Mercer, one of those victims his last time.
Had 6 last time out. Oh, there he goes upstairs again.
And throwing high sliders, high changeups even. Usually that's not a recipe for success. Lazy fly to Fowler.
Michaelis scheduled to bat 4th in the top of the 8th inning. As the bullpen continues to work for the Cardinals and the Pirates, I expect to see him leave for a pinch hitter if they get down to a spot.
David Freese is out on deck if Moroff reaches. There's David.
And there's another high strike.
Yeah, got to do it. 7th inning, down 3. Moroff missed a home run down the right field line by, I don't know, 5-10 feet at the most. Try to steal one here with 2 outs. Make it a 2-run game. A run an inning late, right?
Yeah.
You know, down 2 with 2 innings left. Okay. 3 feels a little bigger. Next one will be number 100. Kind of been a theme tonight. That one was for Phil Coyne. Yep. Pirates Usher turning 100 today, and Robbie's had some great reports all throughout the night, talking to Phil as well.
Thoroughly celebrated. Number 100.
71% strikes, even on the field. That's really neat. They were out there early today putting that paint on the grass. Well, late in his outing, Mike Maddox, the pitching coach, wants to come out. Something he didn't like there.
All right. See if the arm goes up on the shoulder. The hand goes up on the shoulder. Usually that's a Maddox signature. There we are. Okay. Yep. I know the planets are aligned. It's a signature move by Mike.
And MLB at bat. That's your #1 Pirates app. You can customize your experience to catch every moment this season. Get Pirates home screen icons and features such as the MLB.TV Game of the Day, pitch tracking, in-game highlights, live radio broadcast, stats, news, and more. Download MLB at bat today.
By the way, this is the first year for Mike Maddox being the pitching coach for the Cardinals.
A long-time Major League pitching coach.
Former Bucco pitcher, too.
Yeah, very briefly.
Briefly, yeah.
Back in '95. And the Brewers, Rangers, and Nationals pitching coach.
Well, that's the Mike Maddox influence right there, I guess.
Good advice.
Yeah.
Still 5-2.
Pirates and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Pittsburgh Pirates.
And hoping for a gleaming finish to this one as the Pirates trail it. 8th inning coming up, 5-2 St. Louis. Brault Crick briefly, and now Glasnow for his 3rd inning of relief. He's put up 2 zeros. Paul DeJong reaching on an error to begin the 4th. That yielded a run when he scored. Already with 7 home runs. And 4 of them have come with 2 strikes on him.
And you just love it when Tyler Glasnow can get out in front 0-2. Just love it. Opens up a door for him. See if he wanted to finish him off with some heat. Overthrew it a little bit.
Yeah, even though the velocity was a little lower, he actually probably overthrew it because he held on to the ball too long, right?
Yeah, just got the body out in front. Arm couldn't catch up.
There you go.
Yeah, that's more. That wind-up's a little more under control, because sometimes you just want to throw it so hard, your body gets out in front and your arm can't catch up, and it takes all the real jump out of the release. So this one, the follow-up, is a little lower, a little more under control there. Yeah, kind of like that wind-up. That set of mechanics better than the previous one.
And at 6'8", those long levers. He has a great extension. He delivers the ball closer to home plate than I think every pitcher in baseball.
Yeah.
Stats have shown through the years. They can measure everything these days.
That's another example of getting out in front. That curveball, your arm just simply can't catch up. It's going to be lagging and leave the ball up all the time.
And that's the challenge, right?
There's what you call having the arm out in front and releasing. That's the curveball that keeps biting all the way toward home plate instead of just trying to catch up on the way in. Oh, that was nasty right there. That was nasty. That was well done.
Gaining consistency. He's really liked coming on in relief too. Not knowing when he has to pitch, just getting up and getting going.
96 miles an hour down and away. That was like that first cutter we saw early when he first came in. You saw that movement to the left you were talking about.
And he's really embraced that too. That used to be a big part of his problem because he was trying to be too fine. And really, I don't think he's trying to throw it down the middle, but he says he's trying to split the plate. What side of the plate? That's it. Give me a half, not try to hit it into corners, edges.
And he's dealing right now.
Throws Wong a changeup right there. He has struck out DeJong. He has struck out Jerko. And he has struck out Wong. Glasnow strikes out the side. 3 scoreless gives the Pirates a chance still here in the 8th. You'll never know when you see a big hit on Friday Night Rocks. Polanco coming through with one. With his leadoff home run back at the 6th. And he will bat second here in the 8th inning.
And the Pirates will have to try to do it against right-hander Bud Norris coming on. He has been outstanding out of the bullpen and gets a pop-up on his first pitch. 12 innings, 20 strikeouts for Bud Norris as retires first man.
Rodriguez pinch hitting. Norris, who has basically been their de facto closer for most of this season. That may lead us to believe that the Cardinals could be going with Greg Holland if they preserve the lead. Polanco with that soaring home run his last time. Home run number 6. And in a favorable count, 2-0.
So Glasnow out of the ball game after 3 impressive innings of relief. Scoreless, a couple of hits, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. Very good work for Tyler Glasnow, and he finished it up by striking out the side in the top of the 8th. You deserve a smile, young man. How hard he's been trying.
Well, I'll tell you, you know, whether the Pirates come back or not, he's given them a chance to.
Yep. And that's the main thing.
And that's how it starts. The second hit tonight for Polanco. He puts the tying run on deck.
Jeff Branson liking that at bat, just taking what he could get out of that ball and down and away, stretching out, hitting it to the opposite field. Well done. It's almost kind of inside outing the ball. Nice job of hitting by Gregory right there. Last 2 bats, outstanding.
Not trying to do too much with that.
Yeah. As we say, it's a life and a game of streaks. He's so hot and so cold. Now maybe he's going to turn it back onto the warm side.
He hit the ball at 110 miles an hour, even harder than he did the home run. Good to see Polanco hitting the ball hard again. Aboard for Marte. Had an infield hit his last time. If he can get aboard, that brings the tying run to the plate here in the 8th.
Norris, 11 appearances, has given up 1 home run.
Marte 1 for 2 lifetime against him. That name's familiar way back with Houston. Back when the Astros were in the division. That's when he was cutting his teeth in the big leagues.
And that was back when the Astros were different.
Second and get the lead out there. And on this Friday Night Rocks, you know, we couldn't be prouder of Gabby Barrett. Gabby, a big part of Friday Night Rocks last season. She's part of American Idol. And tomorrow night they're going to go from 10 to 7. She's still among the final 10. Native of Munhole, and good luck to Gabby. It's been fun to watch her here on Friday night. And now part of American Idol. And good luck to Gabby and her family and friends, who I'm sure are sweating it out here down the road, and hopefully she continues on, as we'll be following along too. I know John Wayner will. He's been watching very intently. He gives me the updates if I can't watch.
We're all rooting for us. It's great to have somebody from your home area going to the big time.
Now make sure you vote when you watch as well. So Norris works around the single, keeps it at 5-2.
Dealers, and by Levin's, the official furniture and mattress supplier to the Pittsburgh Pirates. For the best quality, service, and value, shop Levin's. Let's go Bucks!
Ninth inning coming up on our UPMC scoreboard. 5-2 St. Louis. Trying to hold it right there and give the Pirates a chance in the bottom half. Glad to have you along with us here tonight.
Let's go Bucks is right, guys. Get them out and then get some runs.
Matt Carpenter pinch hitting. And Marte has enough room. Takes care of that ball. One pitch, one out. After Glasnow's 3 scoreless in relief. In the ninth, it's Richard Rodriguez.
They're coming into the game, 5 innings, 10 strikeouts, no walks. I like that part of it for sure.
Now he's got Tommy Pham.
And he's got a strike.
He's been nice. This is first, if you can call this an extended look in the major leagues. Briefly last year, September call-up. We're going to talk about latecomers tonight. Pham among them, Rodriguez among them. Latecomer, the featured act tonight on Friday Night Rocks, but a couple of guys starting to get regular big league work in their later 20s. Pham really becoming one of the game's stars, and now 30 years old. Cardinals made him a 2-year offer. He's still not eligible for free agency, and he turned him down. He believes in himself. He thinks he's going to make more money eventually down the road. So,
oh, either way, there's not going to be any yard sales for him.
Yeah, I think that's kind of neat, though. These guys that have toiled through the minor leagues for 6, 7, 8 years. There is Greg Holland. So the Cardinals reserving Holland, their high-priced free agent, is going to come on for what looks like to be his first save opportunity, or first chance for his first save for the Cardinals.
Although Norris has all of them so far, 5 out of the 7 they've recorded.
And Leon had come on in some save opportunities before. They're kind of piecemealing it together early in the season. Morris kind of settled into that, and then Holland did not pitch well initially, so they withdrew him from that role for a while. And John Mozeliak on the left there, the president of baseball operations for the Cardinals, and knew eventually Holland would move in that role. 4 straight scoreless outings. So looks like the Pirates will have their chances. Dexter Fowler hitting at 180 now after his 0 for 4 night. Rodriguez, that's one of his favorite things, that 4-seam fastball up in the zone. And a pronounced shift. Rodriguez, the 28-year-old out of Santiago, Dominican Republic. 5 major league games, all with the Orioles last September. That was it. Has an ERA of 2.5 in the upper minors in his career, so looking for a chance. Pirates giving one to him. There's a nice inning. Couple of strikeouts. 1, 2, 3, 9th gives the Pirates a chance. They need 3 against Greg Holland. A 21 flag salute for Phil Coyne, celebrating birthday number 100. He's hanging in till the end tonight, and you should as well, and see if the Pirates can win this one. Game 2 of the series coming up. The Cardinals tomorrow night. Trevor Williams gets the ball for the Bucks against one of the Cardinals' top prospects, Jack Flaherty, and we'll have our coverage on AT&T Sportsnet at 6:30 with Pirates pregame presented by WB Mason. Join us tomorrow night too. There's Trevor. Corey Dickerson, Francisco Cervelli, Colin Moran due up for the Pirates. Need to get 2 on to bring the tying man up. That one shot into right center, and a good start to the 9th. Dickerson around second, and he will be in with a leadoff ripping double.
He was looking for something and got it. Simple as that. Just crushed it to right center field. So Mr. Holland's opus begins with a leadoff double. That's upstairs. Ooh. That's in the go zone. You want to throw the ball upstairs like that? Okay.
Well, he's pitched outside of safe situations last 4 times and pitched well. But getting that opportunity here in a rough start. Dickerson with that home run in the 9th yesterday starts off this 9th inning with a double.
Overall numbers, 6 innings. He has walked 6. I think he had 4 walks in his first appearance. And that's upstairs. That's a vulnerable area for what looked to be a little cutter, slider.
Cervelli with a pair of singles tonight.
Yeah, both parties would like to have that pitch back, I think. Cervelli would like to have a whack at it. And I don't think Holland wants to live up in that neighborhood. Right there again. Well, maybe he does want to pitch up in that neighborhood.
Cervelli must have been looking fastball again, right?
Yeah. That's the kind of pitch that can be hit a long way to the opposite field, but Cisco didn't bite. Another cutter, slider.
They haven't really, that one moved a little bit, but the first two are pretty flat.
Got away with him.
Greg Holland trying to earn his first save as a Cardinal. Tying run on deck. Tying run coming up.
Reach out and touch someone as he goes the opposite way with that pitch out away. Didn't try to pull it. And Francisco has had himself a night so far.
3 singles all to right field. And the tying run's going to come up with no men out in the 9th.
Way off the plate. Didn't try to do anything but poke it to right field. That's a good piece of hitting.
Look at our Allegheny Health Network Supermo.
Perfectly placed. Yep, that's the approach. You don't need to get them all at once. Although, Colin, if you want to take them deep, you can.
There's Swinton in St. Louis. Moran with a pair of long balls this season. And already 6 hits with men in scoring position. Got those rally caps going.
Well, we picked up a win in the 9th inning yesterday afternoon.
Tying run at the plate, nobody out. First time Moran has faced Greg Holland. Kind of shows the ball right there. Another favorable count, 2-1.
Catch a gap. That would fit very nicely right here.
Two on, nobody out. Pirates trailed 5-0 at one point.
In on the hands.
Holland staying out of the big part of the plate now to Moran.
The usual business-like approach for Colin. Rally hat. And hoodie. You got it all the options covered.
Dickerson 90 feet away. Martinez.
Oh boy.
Dickerson is in. Cervelli's to third, and the tying runs are aboard with nobody out in the 9th.
And that had a chance to be a double play. Big break for the Pittsburgh Pirates in the bottom of the 9th inning. Huge break.
Martinez with the error. And the door is open.
See the spin on the ball? And he whiffed on it.
Chad Kuhl is going to run for Moran. He represents the tying run. The trailing runner at first with no men out. Cervelli's at third. Jordy Mercer, the batter.
The plot thickens.
Mercer batted with the bases loaded back in the second and fouled out. Give him another opportunity to come through. Lays off and evens the count. And Tyler Lyons and Dominic Leone, both who have pitched in save opportunities for the Cardinals. What a great birthday present it could be for Phil Coyne.
He's seen these kind of comebacks.
He's seen it all. And down 5 runs at one point, the Pirates have put the tying runs on with nobody out against Greg Holland. If he sends one into the seats, the Pirates will walk off winners for the second straight game.
And this place would go a little bit nuts, I'll tell you that.
Hollins 1-2.
Oh, tough take. Tough take at 94 miles an hour, but Jordy's been up and down this street. You want more than that man at third base.
More off next. Now the 2-2.
Yep, Jordy working the at bat. Keep in mind that Holland has had control issues. We could live with that.
He was an all-star with Colorado last year.
If he continues to work this at bat, yep. Mike Matheny, like every manager, suffering through ninth inning situations.
The manager on the field, Javier Molina, surveys the scene.
Yep, he's taking it all in.
Good at bat here for Mercer. Another 2-2. He's worked it full.
Is that another tough take? Another very tough take. That takes some discipline, I'll tell you.
Keep the line moving.
Yep, and you don't want to take, the last thing you want to have happen is a call third strike, so that's why it's so tough to take those pitches.
Tying runs aboard, nobody out, a run in. 3-2. Mercer slams one out to center. Pham back on it. He can't get it. Here comes Cervelli. Kuhl's around second. Now it's bumbled at center. Here comes Chad Kuhl. The ball is away. Kuhl is in to score, and the Pirates have tied it in the ninth. Wow!
With nobody out. This one's for you, Phil. What an at-bat for Jordy Mercer. What an at-bat. Tough takes.
That is a professional hitter. Mercer's gotten all the way to third. There's nobody out.
Here's the pitch. It's right there out over, and Jordy just hits it straight away with a lot of carry, and there's Pham not having the glove anywhere near the possibility of making the catch, and you saw the beginning of the fumble.
And then the throw in, no one was there to take it, and Kuhl kept going.
Yeah, well, it rolls, starts just rolling. There's nowhere near the cutoff man. There's no cutoff man near that throw. And now they're going to have to play it, maybe walk a couple guys or bring everybody in. The Pirates, all of a sudden, in the driver's seat in this baseball game. What a bottom of the 9th inning.
Poole scoring the tying run, and Mercer at third with nobody out. And Holland, with the opportunity for his first Cardinals save, is going to be lifted here. He does not convert the save.
Was that scored a triple?
It'll go as a double.
Double and an error?
An error on Pham, the center fielder. Give Mercer a run batted in. And we'll take a break. The Pirates with the winning run 90 feet away. The error moves him to third. There are still no men out in the 9th.
Here it all starts.
Great at bat.
Not far enough outside, and Jordy gets a lot of it. Chad Kuhl at first base has got to wait because Pham has a chance, but now it's on the ground, and it stays on the ground in the background. Chad Kuhl has never run so far in his whole life, and then it just rolls in and allows him to get all the way around comfortably. Here we go. It is showtime.
Infield in for Moroff. Ball that sneaks through the infield or hit deeply enough.
No wiggle room for the Cardinals. They've got to play their outfielders no deeper than their arm can reach. They've got to be able to make a throw on a fly ball.
Can the Pirates walk off again? Down 5 in this game. They have scored 3 times.
As the St. Louis defense has collapsed.
2 errors in the 9th. Dominic Leone trying to work out of a very tough situation.
The first error more costly than the second one.
That was a double play ball to Martinez.
Absolutely.
And that opened the door. Mercer sending it wide open, and now Moroff wants to slam it shut.
He wanted away.
That's,
I don't know.
That's a tweener. With nobody out, I don't think you send it. Remember, there's nobody out, no reason to risk it. So Moroff is the first out.
Now do they put somebody on to set up a double play?
Now Freese has homered in his career against Leone. Not that you need a home run here, but just to show you in 5 at bats, he's had some success. And yep, just like you said, Steve. Haven't made the signal to the home plate umpire yet. Now he catches the attention of Jerry Meals, and there is the intentional pass to Freese. rather Leon face Polanco, who has never faced Dominic Leon.
Yeah, they got to set up the double play.
Yeah. Well, he's had Lyons loosening the left-hander. And there is Lyons. And that is going to be the matchup that Matheny wants. Left, left, with men at the corners, one out. Tying run 90, winning run 90 feet away. Gregory Polanco earlier tonight, back in the 6th inning, got the Pirates scoring started. They've erased a 5-run Cardinals lead, and that was a soaring shot. 427 feet on StatCast. And he hit a ball even harder for his single to left his last time up. Pirates overcoming that 5-run deficit. Only twice in the last 3 seasons have they erased a 5-run deficit at any point.
Lyons coming on. He's worked 8 innings. He struck out 10. And the Cardinals trying to do what the Pirates did in the top of the 9th. Stop the bleeding. Pirates wiggled out of it yesterday afternoon, but tough situation for the Cardinals right here.
One career game winner for Polanco. He's got Mercer at third. A late swing.
Late swing on a 90-mile-an-hour fastball.
Lyons throws a lot of sliders. Pretty even left-right splits last year. Mercer wrap that double.
In case you're wondering, he has not thrown a wild pitch this year. Just in case. Just saying.
Infield halfway or more. There's that slider. 1-1. Shoot a ball through that infield. And then you look at entering tonight, pretty even splits for Polanco too. Get it through that drawn in infield, or hit it deeply enough to the outfield to score Mercer.
Again, going soft on him, getting out in front 1 and 2. Now he got him to swing late on a high fastball, the first pitch of the at-bat. Now, after the soft stuff, will he try to go back up there again and get the strikeout?
This is a big batter right here.
See that white line? It's only 90 feet.
And he got himself out. That's why Matheny wanted the lefty. That's not easy to pick up, apparently. And again, playing some matchups here.
The big breaking ball every left-hander has, and nowhere near the strike zone, and he gets Gregory to bite. So Lyons does his job magnificently.
They have negated a 5-run deficit, scoring 3 times here in the 9th to tie it. And with 2 outs, he's coming up against the 4th pitcher of the inning for the Cardinals.
Matt Bowman has worked 10 innings, has struck out 11. He has not thrown a wild pitch this season.
That would be only appropriate, Steve, after the 2 Cardinals errors in the inning.
Or how about a nice tidy balk?
Even odder. Mercer slammed the ball off the wall in center. And brought in the tying runs. Mercer 0 for 2 lifetime against Bowman. Sinker baller.
Yep, 90-mile-an-hour delivery.
I beg your pardon, Marte.
He's been in this situation before, as you can see. Helps out Mr. Bowman there.
Sharp slider. Good couple of seasons with the Cardinals. He's been their bail bondsman for the last couple of years now.
With 70-some appearances last year, as he gets Marte to chase a bad-looking breaking ball that wound up being good for Bowman. Max looking on along with everybody else. After the chase of the slider, comes back down and in with a sinker. See the movement down and in, well placed by Bowman. Pitcher's pitch.
Well, now with 2 outs, that infield is backed up. Can't score a run with a deep fly ball out. Gotta come through with a 2-out hit. Pirates have stormed back to tie it here in the 9th. The 1-2, and time was called. That might change the sequencing there.
Maddox and Matheny talking things over, hoping to extend this ball game when it looked so dire for the Cardinals.
Spoiling that borderline pitch.
Once again, the last thing you want to have happen is a call third strike, so you got to protect everything that's borderline. I don't know if you can say if it's become a defensive at bat, but to some degree, it has. Must be the hat.
Marte chases it. So the Cardinals use 4 pitchers in the inning. The last 3 each get the 3 outs. But the Pirates come back with 3 in the 9th. And we'll go to extra innings on a Friday Night Rocks. That brought home the tying runs. And we'll go into extra innings tonight. Pirates are racing that 5-run deficit. David Freese comparing notes with the longtime infielder Jose Oquendo. He's going to stay in the game at third base. And now coming on to pitch, Felipe Vasquez, the Pirates closer. We're in a tie game in the 10th here at home, and has done flawlessly in save opportunities. Has wavered when he has not had the save on the line. However, a scoreless inning yesterday, despite being in hot water early. Gregory Polanco coming through tonight with a home run earlier, but he and Marte striking out to end the Pirates' threat. The magic of Vasquez continued yesterday after loading the bases with no men out and somehow getting out of it. He faces Jose Martinez, Ozuna, and Molina, the heart of the Cardinals order. Both teams were walk-off winners yesterday. Pirates were poised to do it in the 9th. They may elect to do so in the 10th, but first up to Vasquez to keep some zeros. And the 11th strikeout by Pirates pitching tonight. Marcell Ozuna with 3 hits. Drove in a run with a single back in the 3rd and the 5th.
Mr. Felipe Dillon
struck out Martinez.
Yep.
And now 1-2 on Ozuna. Now both teams still have some options out of their bullpens. The Pirates with 4 relievers. still on the list. The Cardinals with 3. And Bell records the second out. I was telling you about the magic act of Felipe Vasquez yesterday. And the bases loaded and nobody out against Detroit.
There's one.
That might have been a double play ball. They only got 1 out of it.
And the pop up. And then this is a terrific play by Rodriguez, handling a tough ground ball, trying to get back through the middle. So he escapes, and then the Cardinals come in here and escape, if you will.
I could watch that Rodriguez play 1,000 times. He's been putting on a show.
Yep. Actually, both of them yesterday. That one over the left field line when he went such a long way to get to the ball and then makes a spectacular catch on top of it.
Behind 2-0 on Molina, who is hitless in 4 trips, though hit the ball hard, lining out back in the 5th.
You know, he's going to sell out on something right here and look for something. He's got 6 home runs. He's in a good spot. So be careful.
Try to yank one. Pirates have Bell, Dickerson, and Cervelli due up in the 10th. Likely against Bowman. Matt Bowman came on to get the final out. Did
stay up.
Right to Dickerson.
Out of the air. Whistle britches.
And the Pirates relief, keeping it where it's at. The scoreless 10th inning. The Pirates bullpen tonight, 5 1/3 scoreless innings. Craig 3 from Glasnow. Richard Rodriguez with 1. And Vasquez keeping the Pirates in a position that if they can score enough, they can come back. And they have, trailing 5-0 at one point. Pirates have tied it now. With one swing of the bat, they can win it. Josh Bell will lead it off.
Another high breaking ball delivered. We've seen a lot of that tonight. And a lot of instances of them getting away with it. There's another one.
Bowman misses his dart, 1-1. Josh Harrison and Tyler Glasnow. Great outing for Glasnow tonight. 3 scoreless.
Great work out of the pen.
Yeah, that's most nights you're not going to come back from 5 runs down, but the bullpen gave him a chance tonight. Now, Josh Bell in his first career game-winning hit. The Cardinals said, "Oh no!" Soon 1-0. Allowing that home run to Bell. A 3-run shot that won it for the Buccos. And tonight, one flick of the wrists.
That sounded like a broken bat, but it's not. How would you like a leadoff base runner here in the bottom of the 10th, Joe? You all right with that?
Sign me up.
Good, you're in.
Chad Kuhl scoring the game-tying run, pinch running for Colin Moran.
Yeah, he's got his breath back. He's okay.
Thought that was a savvy move. Moran, not a fast runner. Hard hit, but right on the ground to short. Two of the top 3 rookies of the year connecting on that from last season.
Of course, that throw that finally did come in from the outfield rolled about 100 feet. You know, you and I could have
complete breakdown in that.
Yeah, you and I could have
inning.
scored on that.
I don't know about me. Maybe you could have. That wasn't Sam's best throw, and no one was there to receive it. Anyway, Dickerson started that 3-run 9th inning with a double. Had the game winner yesterday. He's already had 2 go-ahead RBIs in the 9th or later this season for the Pirates. Remember that bunt game winner, what ended up being the game winner, putting the first run on the board against Miami.
You saw when Bowman came in, he has given up 2 home runs out of the Cardinal bullpen.
Yeah, uncharacteristically poor start for him. Dickerson 2 out of 3 tonight.
He wants it away and gets it away nicely. A little down and away movement on that sinking fastball. Got the chase.
Pirates coming from all the way down from 5-0. They scored 3 times in the 9th. All assessed to Greg Holland. 2 Cardinals errors. Starting with Jose Martinez. Shades of Bill Buckner over there. But Matheny, and then the Phams throw, allowing Mercer to move up, and a tying run to score. But Matheny got aggressive with the bullpen, and it worked out for him.
Yep. He didn't have many choices. He went with what he had available, and it all worked out.
So we play on.
Yep, and hitter-friendly count here, 3-1. Look for something to send everybody home with.
Again. Dribbled to Jerko. 2 gone in the Pirates' 10th.
Another good pitch delivered by Bowman.
He's been pretty reliable in that Cardinal pen the last couple of years. He's gotten 3 outs, retiring Marte to end the 9th. Cervelli has had 3 singles, all to right. He has 1 career game-winning hit that came back in 2009 when he was with the Yankees. The way he's been swinging it, wouldn't be surprised if he registers another, or at least gets aboard here to keep things going. Pirates have only 1 position player remaining, with the pitcher spot due up next if the inning continues.
Be Mr. Diaz.
Backup catchers, usually the last guy.
Yep. Now, Bowman's been around for a while, but he looks like he's a senior at North Allegheny High School. I mean, he doesn't look that old. He looks very young. Yeah.
27 next month.
Yeah. Happy feet.
But you're right on.
With a happy guy.
Yeah, indeed well schooled. He went to Princeton, so.
Oh, okay, yeah. Princeton Tigers, is that? Yeah, yeah, we should be playing for Detroit, shouldn't we?
They were here yesterday, so they left them here.
Yeah.
Now 3-1 to Cervelli.
Another hitter-friendly count. Made a real good pitch on Dickerson. Let's see what he has to offer here.
Diaz either hoping for a chance or getting to clamber toward home plate and celebrate with Cervelli. The 3-1. And there's a base runner. A winning run aboard with 2 outs. And so Diaz will get a chance. Batting for Felipe Vasquez. Bowman must have pulled out a little cheat sheet that he's got, some crib notes.
Didn't have anything on his wrist, does he?
Yeah, I mean, you see catchers with that sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, with the limit on mound visits now, nice to see somebody come out every time. Diaz has been red hot this year.
Oh, that's a perfecta delivery right there.
12 hits and 27 at bats. With a couple of home runs too. He's gotten a hit in the only time that he's faced Bowman. Skips away from Molina.
Oh boy.
And Cervelli will move on to second. And he's contending that he would take third on that. Did it get into the dugout? It did go into the dugout.
Spiked that curveball, and it took that back spin that you can find with curveball deliveries. That much spin sometimes can go, the bounce can go just the opposite of the direction that pitch was delivered in. So now
Cervelli,
we got action.
No, not quite at second at the time of that ball disappearing.
And they're going to have to play it pretty honest up the middle to stop a base hit. They'll bird dog him a little bit early, but then the second baseman Wong will have to go back to try to protect on a ground ball anywhere up through the middle. So the no double depth is a little different now because they've got to protect. Yeah, they've got to be able to make a throw, so not quite as deep as they were. So Cervelli will get an early lead, and then he'll have to be careful. Then Wong will leave him, and then the secondary lead when Wong leaves could make a difference.
Yeah, spoils it. Now Cervelli's not a very fast runner, but Pirates are.
There will be no hesitation on a base hit to the outfield.
It's interesting.
Win this thing.
You have Diaz up. You could run for him because you could put Diaz in the game if you go to the 11th. But then you're swapping those men out for the rest of the game if the game continues. You have that to think about.
What kind of speed does Diaz have?
No, Diaz is bad. You could put a pitcher in to run.
Oh, okay. I got you.
But it's a coin flip. It's a coin flip move. But then you lose Cervelli for the rest of the game if this game goes later. But it is an option. There's no easy decision in the 10th inning of a tie game. Now 3-2.
Wow. Again, tough takes in these situations.
Now you look at where the ball crosses the strike zone with Mercer next. He's the one that helped bring home those tying runs.
What an at bat that was, too. You talk about discipline of not taking a swing at a ball outside the strike zone. A couple tough takes and then a big time hit.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Cervelli the winning run at second with 2 outs. 10th inning. 3-2. Just trying to get a piece of it.
And I see that pitch probably was going to be ball 4, but so close that you had to protect.
Bowman ready again. 3-2 pitch. Ball 4. Back-to-back 2-out walks. And Jordy Mercer last inning when he came on with the tying runs aboard. Ground out a long at bat, and on that 3-2 slanted off the wall. Pham bombling the ball and Cool scoring the tying run. Mercer was at third with nobody out. And the Cardinals got out of any further damage, but Mercer with that big hit.
We have seen some escapes recently, and now they want to talk it over.
Longtime pitching coach in Major League Baseball, Mike Maddox, first year as the Cardinals advisor. Well, these are usually the situations that Bowman comes into.
Yeah, you wonder what he is going to say.
Hard-throwing rookie Jordan Hicks getting up.
Yep, we're wondering what he's going to say to Bowman. Bowman is very much aware of what the situation is.
Al Mercer with Cervelli, the winning run at second. Looking to ramble home and give the Pirates a come from behind win. Pirates were trailing 5-0 going into the bottom of the 6th inning. Scored a pair, and then Mercer capped off that 3-run bottom of the 9th. He's 2 for 5 lifetime against Matt Bowman.
I like those numbers.
Molina keeps it in front of him, 1-1. Good to have that rock back there. Those rally caps been on a while. They've worked. They've tied it.
Yep. 2 outs, and they're not paying any attention to Cervelli now. They're going to give him as much of a lead, and he's off with contact. I mean, ball to the outfield, he's home. Or at least heading around third, heading for home.
Now Zuna in left has a very good arm, very strong arm. Pham and Fowler are the weaker of the 3. There's Osuna in left, and so you hit a ball there. Could be tough to score Cervelli.
Francisco way off second base.
Out to right and curling foul.
Well, Francisco has the right scenario. Nobody's paying any attention to him, and there are 2 outs. He's had himself a night.
Yes, he has. 3 hits and a walk. Keeping this 10th inning going. Another good at bat for Mercer. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Winning run at second. And it's full. And a walk would push Cervelli to third with Moroff on deck.
Now the additional advantage for Cervelli. 3-2, 2 outs. He's off with a pitch. So in terms of being concerned about his speed, don't be concerned, because everything's in his favor now.
That's where that walk to Diaz helps.
Huge lead once again. Off to the races.
It's to Mercer. And Bowman strikes him out. So the two out walks left on. The 11th will be coming up. Still knotted at 5. Really the bullpen that helps that opportunity. Tyler Glasnow, 3 scoreless as he continues to ascend. Richard Rodriguez pitched a scoreless 9th inning, got a pair of strikeouts as well. And then, of course, Felipe Vasquez doing his thing, a 1-2-3 10th inning, 5 1/3 scoreless innings for the bullpen tonight. When you're trailing 5-0 in a game, your starter gets bounced after 4 2/3. What happens? Well, they give him a chance. And the Pirates bats coming through to tie it. Now they got to hold him one more time here. 11th inning, 5-5. This Friday night here in Pittsburgh.
George Contos coming on to work here in the top of the 11th. His numbers, appearance number 12.
Coming off of a strong outing, a 7-pitch 1-2-3 outing in game 2 of the doubleheader against Detroit on Wednesday. 3 ground ball outs.
Picking up that outside corner, getting out in front.
Everything moves that Contos throws.
Kind of a traditional approach. Get out in front with the cutter on the outside corner, then come back in. The ins and outs of pitching. In this case, the outs and ins.
Weak ground ball. Freeze collects that one out. Picking up where he left off the other day.
Very tidy work on that appearance. 11 innings, just 2 strikeouts. That's not the big issue. The big issue is outs, no matter how you get them.
Jerko 1 for 10 lifetime against Contos. Jerko homered to start the scoring way back in the 3rd inning. Stephen Brault started for the Pirates, who he retired the first 6 men he faced. And then for about a half an hour, the winds were blowing like crazy. Jerko hit a ball very well out to left anyway. Would have been a home run, but carried a little farther.
George could have gotten that call, but did not. 2-1 instead of 1-2.
That's a big swing. Very much a strike you see on our UPMC Sports Medicine strike zone.
Good chase there. Gets him with the cutter, the slider.
In a row sent down by the Pirates bullpen.
We want it to be 12 in a row, and then we want it to be 13 after that.
The hard-throwing rookie, Jordan Hicks, who was an A-ball last season, would be on to pitch the bottom of the 11th inning, it looks like. And he loses Jerko. It's the first Cardinals base runner since the 7th.
Second baseman, Colton Wong.
And only the second walk issued by the relief corps tonight. And Cervelli's going to come out and chat with Contos here.
Just so you know, Mr. Hicks has worked 13 innings and has walked 10.
Yeah, he's been your typical hard-throwing rookie. Tons of strikeouts, lots of walks. And has had a lot of success early. But first things first here, you got to get through the Cardinals, keep this game tied with Colton Wong coming up.
We got running here.
Harrison Bader is going to run for Jerko.
He's running for Jerko.
Cardinals still have 3 men on their bench. Greg Garcia, a lefty batter. Tyler O'Neill, a rookie right-handed batter. And the backup catcher, Francisco Pena.
Yep, gets a call there.
Long tonight, a single and a walk. 1 for 2 and 1 for 7 lifetime against Contos. Bader runs. Blanco was playing with his heels on the track, and with the rookie moving on the pitch, they'll double him off and end the inning.
He takes your chances and you pays the price.
The Pirates down 5 in this one, rally back. Jordy Mercer driving in the tying runs. Chad Poole pinch running, scoring that 5th run. And having some fun on a Friday night, looking for one more. Let's have another. And give the Pirates another walk-off victory.
They're hanging in, looking for that W.
Greg Garcia in the game at third after Jerko was run for, and now Jordan Hicks.
Don't help him out.
101.
Okay. I'll get your attention.
I don't lie to you, Steve. Hard thrower.
Why has he only got 6 strikeouts?
Well, we're going to find out.
10 walks. Threw it 101.
He's 21 years old. Had never thrown a pitch above A ball until opening day. More off. 0 for 3. He flied out, but not deep enough with Mercer at third and no men out in the ninth. And he is dispatched for the first out in the 11th. Cardinals think that he might be their closer of the future, but right now the closer of the present, Greg Holland, is why we're here. He gave up 3 runs in his bid for his first save as a Cardinal. Now he had a couple errors behind him. Didn't help him. David Freese has not yet batted, though he was intentionally walked. Now that's part of the reason why Hicks is 21 years old. He threw onto the backstop in warmups too. Shades of Charlie Sheen.
I don't see much reason why Molina should fool around with that breaking ball if he can throw it 101. He tries
this,
it.
I guess. Not a lot of intrigue with Hicks, right?
Well, if he gets you out with a breaking ball, you tip your cap. I'd be looking for the heat.
Popping out of Molina's glove. Zip. Clint Hurdle always says home runs are thrown, not hit. Doesn't get that borderline call, so Freese walks again. And the winning run aboard with 1 out.
He's thrown just 1 wild pitch, but I would guess, just a wild guess, that Molina has probably saved him a few times from throwing more.
Polanco tonight, home run and a base hit the other way. Get something out over that outer third. There's a wild pitch.
There you go.
That may not be the last one from Hicks. Be on your toes, David. That winning run has moved into second base.
That fastball just explodes out of his hand.
In case you're wondering why Hicks, Luke Gregerson threw 24 pitches yesterday. An experienced closer type might be staying away from him today. Who knows? Well, with this kind of pitcher, Steve, right? And here comes Mike Maddox out. With this kind of pitcher, right, you can look for your spot pretty much, right? And if you don't get it, just let it go until you get to 2 strikes.
Yeah. Mike will put his arm on his shoulder and give him some comfort. There we go.
Bob always tells a story about how Chuck Tanner would take that thumb and put it right. Kind of how Mike Maddox.
Right in your shoulder?
Yeah, a little reminder. All right. Stop messing around. Rally shirt, rally anything.
Yeah, look for fastball. I mean, you're going to get a fastball. It's just a matter of where.
Hit hard, but Wong gobbles it up. It does advance Freeze to third, but now 2 outs. But a wild pitch could win it.
Another good at bat for Polanco. He hit that ball hard, looking for a fastball and got it.
I agree.
Now Joey Cora, I'm sure, is in conference with David Freeze. Now both of those folks have been around. They've been up and down the street. They know what the possibilities are. They know that
Phil's
this could get away from Molina.
Win it for Phil.
Yeah.
His 100th birthday tonight. 82 years in an usher uniform for the Pirates.
And he hasn't left his post tonight.
Starling Marte with a chance to win it. He's seen it all. How about a 5-run comeback?
That was a mismatch on that pitch right there. Give that one to the youngster.
Already 1 wild pitch in the inning. Hicks's second of the season. Again, he threw one to the backstop in warm-ups and another earlier with no men on. Delivers that one right on the edge. I say that's a good take until you get to 2 strikes. Let him throw you something that you can hit. And now going into defense mode.
There it is.
One into center. Here comes Freeze, and this one's for Phil. Happy 100. The Pirates down 5. Come all the way back in 11 to win it.
Oh, this one feels good. This one feels good. This one feels real good.
Well, the lucky coin here tonight for the Pirates. Their largest come from behind win in years. And they do it against the Cardinals and gain a game. 3 in a row for the Buccos. It's Starling Marte driving in David Freeze.
Yeah, great night in so many ways for the Pittsburgh Pirates and everybody that hung around. This one feels good.
Marte turned around that pitch and oh, drink it in, Phil. The Pirates have won 3 in a row and hung with the slider and sent it into center. You said it, Steve. Why go with anything else but the fastball?
That's what got him to the big leagues. Over. Out of the trenches and over the wall.
A remarkable come from behind win. And he stuck around for every moment. A day we'll all remember. It was like it was meant to be. Have some fun, boys. It's been a great start to the season for the Buccos and a great start to the series in 11. The Pirates win it over the Cardinals 6-5 here tonight. And let's talk this one over on Phil Coyne's birthday. What a great night. Let's go out now to Rob and Michael.
Joe and Steve, thanks very much. An improbable victory. You'll get a few of them over the course of the season. Yesterday was dramatic, but it was scoreless throughout. And this one, you have to come back from a 5-0 deficit, 5-2 in the ninth against their closer, and still find a way to win it.
They waited this one out. They capitalized on mistakes. Marte coming up big. These hitters having good at bat after good at bat, and the bullpen stepping up, putting the nail in the coffin right there. That was unbelievable. Great game. Blast. I mean, look at this.
Oh.
That's absolutely outstanding. Rob King, you called it. You said if there's any guy you want up, it's Marte right here because he loves velocity. And then he hits the breaking ball.
Yeah,
How about it?
I love him against the velocity, but he did make a great adjustment on the slider.
Great adjustment.
Terrific piece of hitting for a guy who did win a batting championship in the minor leagues and is with Robbie Inzbikowski right now, tonight's hero, Starling Marte. Robbie.
Yep, Starling Marte's here. Jordy Mercer making his way up the dugout steps. We're going to ask him about Phil Coyne in just a moment. But first of all, Starling, going into the bottom of the sixth, it was 5-0 St. Louis. How did this team come back?
Oh, man, it's unbelievable win. You know, 6-0 in the bottom set. We come back very strong. We are focused every pitch, the pitch and working. So Mercer got a great hit in the ninth inning, and that was the difference.
Jordan Hicks is the pitcher. He's coming in throwing smoke, almost 100 every pitch. How do you approach a guy like that?
I don't know, man. Just focus, stay inside the ball, because I know when I get it to a strike, they come back with a slider or whatever. But he make a mistake and hit the ball to center field for receiver.
Thank you, Starling.
Thank you.
How about it for Starling Marte? How about Starling Marte and how much he's worked on his English? He deserves a lot of credit for working hard and doing these interviews, right?
I remember when we first signed him and he couldn't speak any English, and now it's really good. So kudos to him.
Reporters and media have a lot of appreciation for that. You get the game-tying hits. Phil Coyne's 100th birthday tonight. How much are you going to remember this?
It's pretty cool. I don't know if you got it on camera or not, but I went up and said hi to him and just wish him nothing but the best. It's a pretty cool story that he's been here for so long and done some unbelievable things to all the fans, and he needs to be appreciated. And so I felt like that. I just wanted to go say hi to him, and I wanted to tell him how much I appreciate him.
So if you can look right there in the corner, they're all waving to us. I believe, is Phil back out there? Can I get a thumbs up? Yes, he sure is.
Yeah.
He hung out through the whole thing. We're looking at him right now, and we just showed the video. How much do you appreciate? You're a guy who really takes in stories and really appreciates the people inside this ballpark and the fans. How much appreciation do you have to play in an organization that has a legend like that?
Well, that's what makes us as humans. We have soft spots like that, and if you don't, there's something wrong with you, to be honest with you, because things like that don't happen very often. It's a special moment, it's a special thing, and so when something like that happens, you just got to appreciate it. You got to take a step back and realize what he's done, how many people he's actually helped, taking his free time to come out here and show people their seats and wipe them off or whatever it might be. And so I just want to show my appreciation for him.
Can you wish him a happy birthday out there?
Happy birthday, Phil. We love you, man.
How about that, Rob? What a night. The Buccos come back from 5-0. Jordy Mercer ties it. Starling Marte wins it. And Phil goes home a happy guy once again.
Robbie, thanks. And Phil Coyne is a special guy. And all the people from his section came back to enjoy this night with him. We're used to Usher in 25 and 26. Great guy and a terrific victory for the Pirates tonight.
Present.
Yeah, great birthday present. Miller Lite hold true moment is the 11th inning. The freeze walk, the wild pitch, and then Starling Marte finds a way to get it out to center field.
These guys had great at-bats going into the end right here. And then Marte seeing all fastballs. That fastball inside, we were talking, that's a tough pitch right there. Probably a ball. You think you got to cover that side, and then he stays true on that slider, which he struggled with at times throughout his career. This guy's a really good player and has a knack for coming up big in big situations.
Yep, couple All-Star appearances under his belt. The Pirates win by the final score of 6-5 in most improbable fashion. Coming up on Pirates Postgame, presented by the Allegheny Health Network. We're going to relive another walk-off victory, 2 in a row for the Pirates, who have now won 3 consecutive games. So, of course, we'll have highlights from this one. We're going to tell you who's going to be starting for the Pirates on Sunday in the 3rd game of this series, and much more. A celebratory mood at PNC Park.